Wake the fuck up.
What the fuck is going on?
We're waking you up. You ought to love it.
It's a privilege to hear our voices.
This is so cool.
It's fucking hysterically funny.
Oh, this is good radio right here.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah!
1 minute you're acting like an intelligent guy, the next minute you're acting like a big giant ass.
He's got him trying to fart. Oh my God.
It's fucking brilliant, man.
Really funny shit.
Arousing in perverse and interesting ways.
It's like an audio rape. Yeah, it's amazing.
This is the best show ever.
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning. I want to say something to the mayor of New York City.
Oh.
Clean up our fucking garbage!
Yeah, drive it in.
You don't live here, Anthony. You don't live here.
Well, I drive in.
This place is starting to stink to high heaven.
When I drive in, I see the carnage on the sides of the road.
There's mountains of garbage in New York City at this point.
Yes.
And I don't know. I think I pay my city taxes.
No,
fucking Mayor
not.
Bloomberg should be out there himself fucking pulling away garbage bags at this point.
You must
do
not,
something.
You must not pay enough taxes.
The fuck?
Your city tax.
The snow removal was a nightmare because the sanitation department had a slowdown. They don't want to say that. No one really wants to say that. And I'm not picking sides, but the fact is they had a slowdown for whatever reason, okay? But the mayor's not brave enough to say that shit. And then on top of it, now we got piles and piles of garbage because now they finally were clearing away the snow.
Yeah, they finally got some of the snow away. And the garbage reared its ugly head underneath.
Right.
And
piles, man. It stinks out there.
It's literally, I mean, walls of garbage.
Yeah.
They're piled up in garbage bags as
big black
giant
garbage
walls
bags
that are some of them I've seen were like 10, 15 feet high.
Well, we were so busy yesterday, we didn't get to this one story. There's so much garbage on the streets. This is a true story, by the way, what you're about to hear. A guy was committing suicide and jumped.
Yeah,
and survived because he landed on the fucking garbage bags.
Landed a pile of garbage.
Like it was an airbag. That's how much garbage is in the streets right now.
Yeah.
And this stupid mayor with his dumb fucking cold speaking Spanish every once in a while. Clean up my fucking garbage. I pay my taxes. Enough.
Well, you have like the little bike lanes. That's what's important.
Oh, yeah. They were nice and clean.
That's where the money should go.
They were nice and clean right after the storm.
Yeah, they cleaned up the pedestrian mall there in Times Square. That was clear because, you got to get the people in there.
Because I'm telling you, he fucking has such a shit attitude towards the middle class and people that have to drive and work. He's fucking horrible.
Yeah. He's so smug.
He's a smug rich guy.
He's a smug asshole.
He's being glib.
He's a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
this guy, worst. Now, we had this blizzard, 18 inches. We didn't really talk about this yesterday. And the mayor gets on his first press conference. He actually says, well, Broadway is nice and clean, and there's a good opportunity to see a Broadway show because a lot of these shows are sold out all year long, and a lot of these people aren't going to be able to get to their Broadway show. So if you're local, you'll be able to see some of these plays and shows you normally wouldn't see.
Right.
And then you got people in the Bronx and Queens and Staten Island and Brooklyn that have been housebound, not anymore, obviously, but we're housebound up to 5 days. And this stupid fucking mayor, that's what he's talking about. Go see a Broadway show.
5 days of just being fucked.
Because the sanitation department had a work slowdown.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not picking sides, but someone at least has to say it and stop beating around the fucking bush.
If they slow down cleanup,
they absolutely
purpose,
did.
Then you have to. The only sides are they should be fucking fired immediately.
They don't like the concessions they had to make, the union.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like that they got some pay cuts and the furloughs and things like that. So they decided, go fuck yourselves. We're just not gonna do our job.
Right.
Well, then fire them and give the job to somebody who'll do. I don't blame them for being pissed off, but you can't fucking put people in danger by not plowing the streets.
No.
Well, you need a mayor that's a little tougher, though. At least fucking.
He's the worst.
At least call him out on it. Instead, he's talking like this. He's got a stuffy nose during his press conferences.
He is such a puke.
I hate him.
Rudy
I'm not a
stay.
fan of fucking Bloomberg.
Rudy couldn't stay after 9/11 because the system and democracy had to continue. Yet this dweeb did some backdoor shit and got himself another term. He stinks.
And the mayor of Newark, same blizzard, right? And it was a tough cleanup, but obviously. But we've had a lot of these in the past, and it was never this bad. Mm-hmm. And the mayor of Newark's went out there in his stupid sweatpants and said, "Look, I got to at least show something."
Yeah.
And he's pushing cars out of snow drifts, and he's shoveling a little bit, just showing I'm the mayor, and I know this is a rough situation. I'll at least go out there and make it look good for an afternoon. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to Mayor Bloomberg, get your fucking sweatpants on and start hauling garbage away. The place stinks.
I don't think you're going to see that.
Because he's an entitled douchebag.
I don't think you're going to be seeing that.
That he's running New York City like it's Sim City. It's his little fucking private game.
It really is. Really.
But enough, man. The garbage piles. It's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I don't remember ever seeing it like this. I think when we first moved to New York, there was something going on. There were piles of garbage, I remember. And that was like kind of in the summertime.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, probably a strike.
Up and down 57th Street, there were those mountains of garbage bags. Mm-hmm. And the rats are coming. The rats are coming. They're coming and nipping at this point.
It is a little cold for the rats.
They'll come out, though.
Which is good.
There's a lot of food out there for them.
Yeah, but the cold keeps them pretty much subterranean.
You think?
Yeah.
We're lucky in that way?
Yeah, very lucky.
If this was the middle of the summer, you think we'd see rats just everywhere at this point?
After a snowstorm?
No, I mean the piles of garbage.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, it would be sick.
You think?
Oh!
Yeah, let me...
there'd be plague, pestilence.
Let me say hi to Butch, sanitation supervisor. Butch, New York City. What's up, brother?
Yeah, what's up, Owen?
Hey.
Hey, listen, that's bullshit that we had a work stoppage and slowed down. That's full of shit. We've been doing this for 100 fucking years, and we never had a problem like this.
So what?
Nothing to do with us.
You know what?
I can't get these fucking guys to listen to me on a regular day.
I guess you weren't in on what was going on.
So what happened this year?
Huh?
The equipment sucks. They got a new deputy mayor who's too fucking cheap to put guys in on Saturday to have the equipment ready. They got guys with fucking 2 days on the job driving the equipment. Mm-hmm. They panicked and they demoted 50 supervisors because they didn't want to put on 50 fucking new guys to drive the equipment.
Well, I don't know what to say.
See, this is what's going on. You call them out on it, and then they say no fucking way. But then what? That
guys have a slow down and run one of those shitty shows 8 times a day. I don't call up and complain about that.
It's slow. We're having a work slowdown.
We've been having a work slowdown for 5 years.
A work slowdown.
Yeah.
And hiring laborers still today for fucking $20 an hour to come chip away at the sidewalk.
All right, Butch, fair enough. Then who do we blame? I want one person to blame.
Yeah.
Huh?
Deputy Mayor Goldschmidt.
I'm going with Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt.
There you go. Oh, no, you guys rock, man.
All right, man.
Of course we
have open minds. If that's what you're saying, then all right, now I'm all pissed off at the deputy mayor of New York City.
Out, man.
Thanks, Butch.
Brother.
All right.
Bye.
All I know is, man, if you pay your city fucking taxes, you shouldn't have to deal with any of this shit ever.
Wow.
Work out your bullshit problems behind closed doors and not get the people involved like they are.
Good luck.
People were stuck on trains for 2 days, and it was a complete mess. And what do? They raised the rates of everything across the board the day after the fucking blizzard.
Oh, yeah. I saw the going through the tunnel. It says new tunnel rates.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Look, it doesn't affect us, thank God. I'm very thankful that I make enough money, but I can't imagine how these people are affording to get in and out of the city at this point.
It is amazing. Isn't
a subway ride up to $2.50 now?
I don't know. It's
when we first came back to New York, it was still, I think it was under $1 still.
Yeah, it's $2.50.
Really?
It's $2.50 one way. That used to be a cab ride.
It's like $110 for a monthly pass now.
Who the fuck can afford that if you're not making
luck.
a shitload of money?
How the hell do you do that?
I don't know what they're fucking doing with this city.
And the cutbacks on service, so you're getting shit service, paying more for it.
Yeah, but we don't get cutbacks on what we have to pay. I never understand that.
No, where's our
Like, if we
cutbacks?
make a mistake, it doesn't matter. They actually charge you more, right? But if they make a mistake, like they don't plow your streets or pick up your garbage, they don't give you a little kickback going, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry we fucked up. But if you fuck up, right?
That's always the way.
They make sure they get a little more money out of your pocket.
Same thing with taxes. If you're, you're late with your taxes, you know what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they're late giving you a refund, you try to ask them for interest on that.
Unbelievable. You know, someone's got to help me out with this one, but, you feed the meters?
Yeah.
It used to be a quarter was 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That's freaking out people right now that live other places. Yeah, a quarter was 15 minutes, okay? That was ridiculous. So it was $1 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went down to, I think, a quarter for 10 minutes. Somebody help me. Now it's even less now. You're getting less time for every quarter.
You could pay 50 cents for 10 minutes in certain areas. It's fucking sickening.
You're paying 50 cents for 10 minutes in certain areas.
Yeah.
Because they did say in some shopping areas it's really bad.
You like Broadway.
So you're barely getting any time on the meter for a quarter now. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, and
where's all this money going?
You can't do anything. It's not like you can go and do something for that short amount of time that you're parked there.
No, and you can only feed it for an hour, too,
Yeah.
by the way, for the people listening elsewhere.
25 cents will get you 15 minutes now.
No.
Yeah, I'm reading an article that they just raised it.
25
cents will now get drivers 15 minutes of parking time, down from 20 minutes. This is an article in yesterday's.
So then something's fucked up because the area I live in, it was already down to 15 minutes.
South of 86th Street, it's $3 an hour.
South of 86th Street, it's $3 an hour.
For the rest of the city, 25 cents will now buy drivers 15 minutes of parking.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. No, I'm talking about where I live. So now it's up to $3 an hour of quarters.
Yeah.
And they don't even give you the luxury of giving you 2 hours so you don't have to keep feeding the fucking meter.
How do they just...
And an hour in New York City is like that.
Yeah. It's in New York minutes a lot faster.
All right. So where's all that money? I know we've done this fucking break a million times, but someone's got to keep doing this break. Where the fuck is all this money?
It's being misappropriated. It's being taken away. It's being skimmed.
What's your tunnel up to? I know you got Easy Pass, but do you know?
6 something, right?
Each way, right?
Midtown
is each way.
Yeah. Midtown each way. Yeah.
6 something each fucking way.
Yeah.
So you're an average Joe driving to work. Now it's costing you $12 just to get in the city, back and forth. And then you got to
take the Queensboro.
And then you got to park the car. And let's not even talk about these fucking parking garages and what they get away with.
It's armed robbery, I tell you.
It's like if you park before 5 a.m. for an hour, it's $10. If you park at 5:05, it'll cost you $52.
It's never what's on the sign.
The signs always look good, but
Yeah.
as soon as you pull that car in, you're fucking broke.
And let's not forget about special New York City parking tax, which doesn't exist anywhere else.
Really?
Which is like
18%
18% parking tax.
To park in the garage of my building, you have to get something that says you're a resident, where you only pay 10%. But it's fucking repulsive.
It really is repulsive.
And you're paying for the parking, and the parking garage that is collecting the money is paying a tax on that money, and you've been taxed on the money you're paying with.
Yeah.
And then they throw in that parking tax.
Yeah.
It's just it's multiple layers of tax.
And you have a big truck. What about an oversized vehicle fee?
Oversized vehicle fee.
Don't forget about event rates.
Hold on.
Event rates.
If you want to park anywhere near anything,
there's an event
you got
rate.
to pay an event rate.
And Ant does have an oversized vehicle. Of
course I do.
My car is officially oversized,
Yeah.
and it's one of the smaller SUV trucks. I've never had it in the oversized vehicle category, but they have changed that.
It's
They changed the definition of that.
Yeah, if it isn't a car,
it's
an oversized vehicle.
If it isn't one of those tiny little, what are they called? The fucking
Prius,
the Mini Coupes,
a Mini Cooper,
a Mini Cooper. It's now an oversized vehicle.
Yeah, just fucking.
But where
the smart car? I want to fucking run those things over when I
you see him.
Just shut it.
Who the fuck would ride in one of those?
You get broadsided in one of those
dead.
things, you're so dead.
At least with a motorcycle, you could maybe make a move or two before you get creamed.
When you stopped at a light and you see that thing just puttering through the intersection, oh my God, they're so dead.
We need a reset, man, in this country.
Oh, we're long past a reset.
We need a complete and utter reset,
a reboot.
Because your point is a great one, where the amount of taxes they take out of the same money it's mind-boggling.
Same money, multiple layers of tax that it just fuck us over.
Unbelievable. But our shit went up again here in New York City. So, and with that, we get piles of garbage. And the mayor just sitting there going, it's going to take time to clean up.
Well, we needed him again. We couldn't have done it without him. We needed him again.
Well, I would love to go to the mayor. Well, it's going to take time for me to collect all my fucking tax money. So bear with me. No, you would get killed with fees. Right?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that didn't look good.
They got a crash test with one of those mini cars.
Crash tests on these little smart
you would survive
cars.
that.
Oh yeah, look at it when the door caves in. That airbag ain't helping you at all.
Your whole left side would be shot.
That side airbag is not helping you.
Yeah,
like that. It's one of these little driving around England, those little tiny road cars.
Yeah,
it's the car that like Mr. Bean would drive around in.
Yes, yeah, Mr. Bean's car.
I never got that fucking guy ever. Let me go to Chris in New
York.
York
For 10 minutes.
Chris, what's going on, buddy?
Chuckle.
What's going on, fellas? Good morning. How are you?
All right.
That guy Butch was right about one thing. It is the deputy mayor. He's the one who kind of deals with the civil servants. But this guy is a fucking hatchet man. He's an assassin. He was the former mayor of Indianapolis, Indiana, and anybody from Indianapolis knows him. His claim to fame was he cut, fired, or privatized everything over there. He's here to cut budgets. He's here to save money. And this is what you get when you do that. You get shitty streets and.
But our point. Me and Ann and Jimmy's point for years now is, why do you need to cut the fucking money? You're making enough. You're spending it the wrong way.
Because the retarded mayor decided to turn Times Square, which was the crossroads of the world to a lot of tourists, into a fucking flea market.
Does it make less money now, though? Because it is always crowded. Like, it's mobbed whenever I go down there.
It's got to be making a shitload of money.
Who the fuck is sitting down there all day long? People who don't spend fucking money. It's the same people who sit in Starbucks all day.
Well, that's true. They're just sitting there. I don't know what they're buying.
It's but listen, if there was a work slowdown, then fuck you anyway, because I'm a paramedic, so I'm the other service that Bloomberg tried to bastardize throughout this whole thing. Apparently, it was our fault that the ambulances got stuck in the snow.
Right. Okay. So there's been so many cuts that they finally got caught with their pants down. All right, I'm going with that now.
That's what I think, because when you
I'm going with that one.
When you do play Sim City, when you cut down on the budgets of a lot of the fire, police, power, plumbing, things like that, you will notice things start breaking. And you'll notice all you're doing is putting out fires.
How close are we to just running around in circles peeing ourselves?
Yeah, just running around, all mad and angry. And
are we a week or two away from that in New York City?
The approval level going down. Yeah, I think we're really close to that.
I think we have to lock the mayor in a room with no way out.
Well, fellas, look on the bright side. If you're going to piss yourself or whatever, that little hand-shaped bench that's in the middle of Times Square, that thing was plowed out, so you can actually take a shit on that thing.
Oh, very good. Very good. Thank you.
That's nice.
Now I blame the Hatchet Man now. We're all looking at the Hatchet Man. Chris on Long Island.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up?
Happy New Year. I don't know if Chris is still on the line or if Butch is still listening, but I got some friends who work for a town out here on Long Island, sanitation, and I know that they busted their ass during the snow. That's blood money, and it comes to a point after 13, 14 hours of plowing at night that it's almost not worth it to be driving. But those 2 Fridays that most people have as holidays, the day before Christmas, day before New Year's, I got a buddy who went in for 3 hours and got paid for 25 each of those days. There's your fucking problem.
Well, yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I just know we're doing our part, and they keep wanting more and more money from us. When does it end? When the fuck does it end?
Anytime you see one of these projects come up, these politicians' little pet projects, they're always way over budget, and whenever anybody takes a little magnifying glass to them, they realize that they've been ripped off severely by the contractors and whatnot. It's amazing. It is amazing.
I'm a union guy, but I'm not a public union guy. I work for Verizon, so it's kind of different. I'm protecting myself from the corporation. And my blood boils when you talk about the unions, Anthony. But I tell you, when I started hearing my buddy talk about that shit. I'm like, this is exactly why our local taxes are through the fucking roof. You're getting paid for 25 hours, you're going for 3, and what are you really doing at 3 fucking hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So
why would he have to
there
get
you go.
25 hours?
Oh, sorry.
What's that?
Why would someone get paid for 25 hours and only win for 3?
Why would he tell me?
No. Why would someone get paid for 25 hours?
It's their union. It's a holiday. Those two Fridays are considered, holidays in most union contracts because the holiday fell on Saturday. If it falls on a Sunday, you get the Monday off. In my job, if I go into work on a holiday, I get double time.
Yeah, that stuff has been going on forever.
Right, I'm working 8 hours, and I'm getting paid I'm getting paid for 16.
Right on.
Not 3 for 25.
Jeez.
There you go. All right, sir. Thank you, Chris.
Later, guys.
Yeah, I'm not pointing the finger at unions or any of that shit. I'm pointing it at our officials. They have to figure this shit out. We're paying our shit. And now we got garbage piling up. All the local news is all over the garbage piles.
But that's just it. It's like trying to find, when something goes awry in here, and we try to find who was responsible.
You can't.
And there's never a single name to anything. It's this entity. It's this upstairs somebody said that. That's what it is. There's never any accountability. The politicians will blame it on the workforce and the unions. And the unions and the workforce blame it on the politicians. It's so nobody really knows who's to blame.
That's why I did that little exercise. You see that? Everyone was blaming each other.
Blame each other. You point the finger. You pass the buck.
I'm still blaming the mayor.
Yeah,
it's his job to figure all this shit out.
Yeah.
I just know that I pay my fucking city taxes, and I want my garbage fucking hauled away.
Paying your taxes doesn't mean shit anymore.
Of course
Paying your
not.
taxes doesn't mean you're going to get the services you're supposed to get. Paying your taxes means you won't go to jail. Right. You're paying to stay out of prison is what you're paying for.
Wow.
So you're not paying for potholes being fixed. They'll get around to it maybe if they want to. But you're paying to stay out of prison. When the fuck did the tax law become that?
Yeah.
It's really reason and cause for an uprising and a legitimate revolution.
Right.
That will never happen because we've just been turned into complete faggots that, and not even because... it might not even be our fault because there's, like I said, so many layers of government and taxes that you don't even know who to attack.
But I don't
mean attack militarily. I mean just even attack with fucking emails. Who do you talk to?
I barely even blame the lawmakers at this point because I think they don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
No, that tax code, they've never read it. They don't know what it means.
They don't know what it...
Look at
They don't know what half this shit means.
Charlie Cocksuck Fuck Dick Wrangle.
That's not his middle name.
That's his name as far as I'm concerned, and a couple of other words that I'm not going to use. But that motherfucker was in charge of writing the goddamn tax laws, and he didn't pay his fucking taxes.
What does that say?
Well, yeah, what does that say? Because he said he didn't even know he had to. You wrote the laws, you fucking idiot. That's what we're dealing with. That's a prime example.
There you go. Are we on top of it? Garbage pickup resume. So they're gonna start cleaning up the fucking piles of garbage that is everywhere at this point.
You can't even get through some of those sidewalks.
No, look at that.
They're just full of garbage.
The rats are coming, I'm telling you. And it's going to be a little warmer today, Ann, so your theory of the rats staying underground. I think we see a few rats today. It's going to be in the 40s, so I think rats will deal with the 40s if they could get some leftovers from one of those bags.
Biting people. Please turn them into zombies. It would be great.
Who's this fuckwad?
That's my old lawyer.
That's your old lawyer?
Yeah,
well, he's
yeah.
a fuckwad.
He was a karaoke guy from my old bar. He's now
is he?
Now he's a politician.
Of course, if that doesn't say a lot. He's the expert about the garbage piles.
Thanks, Dan.
That's Dan, the garbage guy.
Yeah, he represented me when I got into trouble.
Send us your pictures and video of trash piling up. Look at that pile is higher than the guy walking down the street.
Yeah.
Clean up our garbage.
Well, they're out there with the trucks today. I saw that when I was driving in. Good luck, though.
I like this one, Ant, because I've done this one, the Long Island Railroad.
Yeah.
Greg and Tony checking in from Lake Grove. He says,
Tony.
I took the Long Island Railroad into the city last weekend, had to buy a ticket on the train. This happens to a lot of us because you're in a hurry, right?
Right.
And the Long Island Railroad knows that a lot of times you're in a hurry, and you can't wait online, by the way, to get your ticket, so you have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
So you go on the train without a ticket. They charge $6 extra for buying a ticket on the train.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And the funny thing is about that, which brings my theory home. Now, you go on the train with a regular ticket, okay, that you already bought, and you get on the train, there's no fucking seat for you because they shove everybody in, especially during the rush hour. Go to the conductor and go, hey, I want a few bucks back because I bought my ticket and I can't sit fucking down for the next hour. They'll laugh at you.
Sorry, we
don't do that. But if you get on the train and you don't have a ticket, they want more money from you.
More money.
It only works one way.
Always.
And you won't get the seat.
Why doesn't it work the other way? If they can't find me a fucking seat, they should give you a few bucks back.
Yeah. Did you mention how sometimes the ticket stations are closed, so you kind of just have to buy your ticket on the train?
Yeah.
I will say one thing, though. I do like those machines. Anytime I could use a machine and not deal with human fuck beings, I am in heaven. Slide a credit card in there, zip, press a few buttons, the ticket comes out. That's how everything should work. Fucking toll booths, blow me if you're fucking sticking your savage hand out looking for my toll money. Mm-hmm. Easy pass. Anytime I don't have to deal with people. At the bank, give me an ATM any day of the week.
But you're playing into their scam, man.
Man, what am I leaving a paper trail, man? I'm on the grid.
I love people that think they are obsessed with being tracked. They're always the most uninteresting people.
Oh, no one wants to track you.
I don't want them to see where I'm going. Why? It's boring.
Yeah.
No.
You know
what that means?
Pass.
You don't want your wife knowing where you're going.
Now
That's what that means.
That's legitimate.
Not the fucking government.
You know, the government knows what time I went through that tunnel, man.
Oh,
yeah? To what? Go home to your lousy fucking wife,
right?
And have your shit dinner on sex night so you can't play your video game.
Wait a minute, that's you.
All right, it got a little personal from the old days. There, it kind of snapped back in my head.
That's very uncomfortable to hear again. All right, enough of this shit, I guess.
It's disgusting.
But it's happening in every city, isn't it?
It's happening in the whole country.
But New York is just completely out of control. I don't know another city that is this out of control with the amount of money they're just yanking out of our pockets.
It's a giant city. It's got a big name to it, so I guess that's what we're paying for. Because, again, if you go on vacation somewhere or you're over a relative's house in a state or city far away and you look at the newspaper and see what real estate values are and taxes, you just want to fucking jump off a roof.
You want to fall down and start crying.
I really do. The amount of money you spend here, what you can get elsewhere is astonishing.
And all you have to do is convince, in my case, my wife, look, we don't need family and friends.
Yeah.
We're going to blow off everybody to live like fucking kings. And queens.
Fucking kings.
That's the problem. We're stuck here because of family and friends, basically.
You know what it is, though? Well, everywhere you move, you make some friends.
Well, then why are we doing
some new friends?
Let's move this fucking show to Boulder, Colorado.
And you'd be the shit because you'd have, like, the big fucking
You could buy a
palace.
mountainside.
You could literally buy a mountain.
You ever go outside the city and all of a sudden, maybe you treat, dinner for everybody at a restaurant and you're thinking to yourself, New York, all right, New York, this is going to be at least $300 and $400.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take the hit, no problem. And then the bill comes back, it's $120. You're like, what the fuck?
What is this?
Did
they leave something off?
What is it? Is it half off or something?
Quick, pay this and get the fuck out. We fucked them good.
It's unbelievable what you get for your money elsewhere.
When you book a hotel in another city, let's say you're staying for 4 days, whatever it is, and you start adding up in your head, you're like, all right, I'll budget this amount of money for that.
About $250 a day minimum.
And then it's like, okay, that'll be $300, and you're like, $300 a day
for 4 days
because it's $250 in New York. No, $300 for the whole thing. Like what?
Yeah.
I'm staying for 4 days. You start arguing with them.
Right.
I'm staying for 4 days.
Right.
You better have my room for the whole... No, that's fine.
And then on top of it, you get something that's called really nice service.
Yes.
Where they smile at you and they keep doing stuff for you, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? What do you want from me?
Yeah.
No, this is what I do. I'm doing my job.
We're just what is that? Danny's looking at palatial fucking mountainsides
in Boulder, Colorado.
In Boulder.
All right, what are we looking at?
This is a 5-bedroom fucking estate. Like, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks like an entire ski resort.
It looks like the Overlook Hotel.
Yeah, it's like some kind of Parks building.
You could move into the Overlook Hotel.
Right.
For $2.5 million.
For $2.5 million.
Which I know sounds like a lot to a lot of people out there.
It is a lot of money.
But even in like the outer boroughs, like Queens and Brooklyn, I mean, there's plenty of $2 million houses.
Let me tell you what. Yeah, look in New York and look in some of the really nice areas of suburbia and see what $2.5 million gets you.
Dude,
you're looking at the right place.
It doesn't get you the Overlook fucking hotel.
Look, I went through the real estate thing. Jimmy went through the real estate thing. Safe to say, 1 bedroom in New York City in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
Average neighborhood. Not a shit neighborhood, but an average neighborhood where you feel safe.
Oh, my God.
You're not getting into a 1 bedroom for less than $500,000. 1 fucking bedroom.
Please, if you're lucky.
Well, it's nice that that's the way you want to go find a $2.5 million place on Craigslist. That's the best place to go. You're never going to have a problem with a $2.5 million mansion from Craigslist.
Why not? It's either that or find a
Dealing
killer.
with brokers here, Jimmy.
Yes. Wow, that is amazing. Well,
yeah, that's what you'll be if you go there. Broker than you were when you started.
Oh, Chip, that was actually funny.
I know it was.
Oh, sorry, Chip.
Yeah, I'm going to move to Boulder.
I think I'm moving to Boulder.
Damn, dude.
You could find even other cities that aren't in Boulder, because Boulder is probably like the expensive Colorado place.
Sure.
And you got to deal with your Colorado winters, and
I'm thinking,
I don't know.
Yeah.
See, it's just you get what you pay for.
Who the fuck wants to live in Boulder?
I know.
What are you doing, Boulder?
That's just it too. It's like, all right, I could live there, and I could live like a king, but it's like, why do I want to live there?
Exactly. You live on a shit pile and live like a king. I'd rather live like a fucking like an average, better than average person in New York. Yeah,
in New York.
You're in New York.
But if you can make your money in New York and just be brave enough to move somewhere else, you would have just the most amazing life. You
let
fucking
me tell
rule.
you, if I still lived in Ashland, Mass, I'd be banking.
Oh boy, you would. You would be banking.
You'd be banking all that cash.
You would own Green Acres at this point.
I know, I would.
Was it Green Acres?
Green Acres Bar.
Good old Green Acres. Wayno.
Yeah.
I hear from Wayno every once in a while.
Still pops on every so often.
He's a Twitter guy. Let's go to John in Smithtown. John.
Hey, John.
On the Sunday paper, I'll get like the McDonald's coupon, 99 cents Big Mac, and in the small print on the bottom, $1.65 in New York City.
So even the coupons, they charge you more.
See? That's what we're getting at today. That's what we're getting at. Even fucking McDonald's.
Fuck wads.
So, this all started because the garbage really is piling up out there. It's ugly.
Oh, my God.
All right. What else is going
on? Well, I had a great evening of television last night.
Yeah, what'd you check out?
Oh, my God. Between Intervention, not the show, my own, family came over. They were very upset with me.
Did you jump out a window?
Did you make that sound like that guy when he was talking to his son?
Yeah.
They all said, "None of us love you, man." That's the sound you made when that guy moved in next door. See, because he's black.
Where's Greatest Cry Ever? You have it or do I have it?
I don't know. It's the greatest cry ever.
Greatest cry ever.
I don't have it, though.
Anyway, you're watching Intervention.
I was watching Intervention, and they had a hot meth whore on.
Naked?
Well, no, she's wearing these little shorts and stuff,
boo.
and she had big tits, and
yay,
and her husband was like a cuckold.
Ooh, yay,
and she would smoke the meth.
Yeah,
she would smoke the meth, and some shots, when they made her up a little bit, she didn't look too bad. She looked pretty good, and you could tell like she was hot looking in her youth. She's married to this real dud of a guy, and she goes out and fucks other guys, and then yells at the husband that she gets what she needs from them, love and attention. See, that's her right there. She's falling into the wall.
I love her already, by the way.
That's her?
She rules.
Yeah. And that's the husband.
And that's the cuckold?
Yeah, the cuckold husband.
Oh.
It turned back. Maybe we could get on.
Yeah, go to the beginning. It's great.
Yeah, this is the...
She's sexy, man.
Wow, she's really
Yeah.
sexy,
She was the hot method.
You would put up with her problems, right?
Yeah. I encourage them.
Crazy.
Nothing
falling into the wall.
Walking
around in blonde panties.
I don't see how you're strengthening our relationship by being a whore. I'm lonely. Let's do some dope.
Smacks the husband.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I do. Get your butt in gear and get this turned around for you.
Intervention. Ooh, tough talk.
It's just turned around for you.
You get your butt in gear. What's he, a fucking high school coach?
She could be the hottest intervention girl ever.
That's why she puts up with her husband.
She was a good one. Yeah, the husband, I don't know what he's putting it up because putting up with her because they have a kid. No, they had a kid, but but she goes out and fucks other guys. She was like, "Oh, my boyfriend's here," ooh, and she runs out to the truck and her and her baby were held at gunpoint at one point from one of the Aryan Nation guys. It was one of the greatest white trash things I'd seen until Hoarders came on afterwards. Wow.
Which Hoarders?
It was a brand new Hoarders.
You know I can't watch this show. It's too close to home.
Again, just a fat loser cunt. That was hoarding like chickens and goats.
Aww.
And they were dying.
Animal hoarders?
Animal hoarding. This is the woman.
She's lovely.
Pop her up, this cunt.
The prognosis for Hannah is very poor. The worst of any hoarder I've ever worked with. This isn't fit for anything to live in. Is she hoarding dead animals?
We can't allow him to continue to suffer like that. Half of this is...
I don't care what you're telling me. I'm telling you. I own it. You don't. Correct. Leave my stuff alone or you get the hell out of here.
Hoarders. Oh, she's marvelous.
And that was nothing compared to what she did.
Can we get some...
She's getting into a fight with her daughter, and then animal control comes pulling up. And she's yelling and crying, and then the daughter comes up. I had to get called from work to come down here because what are you doing to my mama? She got a weak heart. And she's got this pelican neck, and I just wanted to choke her.
Did you hate her?
I hated her. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tweet fast enough
right?
How much I hated it. And the other fat fuck that collected bunnies. They're rabbits. Call them bunnies.
Would you have
bunnies? Yeah, that's how the gook laughs. They're all over his house.
I didn't even think of it.
Bunny, fucking bunny. You go into another room. They try to turn us into pacifists.
Yeah. You open the cage. Hey, nothing beats a piece of pussy except the Indy 500.
100. It's like, oh, God, they're all over the place. Bunny. Fuck. Yeah, and he was another obnoxious fuck. He wouldn't talk to anybody, wouldn't talk to any of the shrinks. He's flipping the bird to everybody, saying, fuck you. And his wife is just a fat-ass enabler.
We got to get clips from that old lady, though, man.
Oh, yeah.
Should we get some clips of that show?
She's just angry.
What should they look for down the hall? Because I got to...
Anytime she opens her big fat maw.
All right, we'll get a few clips.
That ugly fucking mouth. And she has Popeye arms.
Would you have been understanding with her and calm? Like, did you have to...
I don't know. Even the shrinks had it with her. The one guy was like, look, we got to clear this out for your goats. You ain't clearing out nothing. This is my house, and I'm telling you foot... Oh, she's cursing at everybody. And then they get everyone together, and it's like, okay, well, good morning, everybody. And the poor junk guy's got to stand there and take abuse from this fucking pig.
Hate her. She is hateable, isn't she?
Oh, she was the most hateable person I'd ever seen on Hoarders.
Really? Wow.
The most hateable, want to kill her.
And that was the psychologist that was on our show, right? Or psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Psychiatrist, I guess.
Whatever it is, the fucking... The one when the Microsoft's going, yeah, I got to go to some shithole at some other kook's house.
Did she say that really?
Yeah, she did. It was great.
All right, well.
It was fantastic.
Don't really want to blow up her spot.
Yeah,
she seems very caring on the
She's
show.
got, you know what? She's a star on that show.
Oh, was it her?
She's not going anywhere.
The one we interviewed?
Oh, yeah,
she's great. Yeah.
She turned out to be a really cool lady.
She dealt with it, and she's just like, she got fed up with this animal. The white trash, her teeth, she had 8 teeth in her mouth, maybe. It was a disaster.
You think her vag smelled?
Oh, my God.
She's walking in our yard with this walker, and she comes to the door with a cane. I just want to beat her with her own fucking walker. And then the husband that collects the bunnies, his wife had an ass that I can't even describe it. It was so huge. And she's got a cane. They all can't walk. They eat too much. They're fat. Lazy degenerates, mental problems. Who cares? Burn the place down. I always say it, but it's just nail the door shut. Why can't I get out my house? Pour the kerosene around it and let it rock.
I think every Hoarders episode should open with them going to the mall, and then everyone should end with them headed back towards their house going, why are there fire trucks headed towards where I live? Billowing pile of smoke. Go put it out with your fucking fat tits, idiot.
They're all fucked up, too. They got like, they showed the one woman is doling out her daily pills in those little pill compartment things. Mm-hmm. And there had to be 24 pills that she's got to take because of the shit. There was rabbit shit all over the floor to the point where it looked like soil on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
That was like piled up. And the landlord came over and saw the house, and he's just like, oh, my God. The rabbits are eating holes through the walls, eating the wires.
Jesus.
And then the guy is just like, I'm leaving. I don't need to talk to the landlord. I don't want to even see him. He's belligerent. And it's like, it's your fault, you dummy. And they're constantly blaming everyone else.
Except themselves.
For what the fuck the situation they're in.
That's always the case.
Oh, me.
You want one of these me people to actually realize it's, they're the problem? That's never going to happen.
I wanted to beat that fat woman with her own walker in her yard. She's trying to get along on a bumpy shit yard with her walker as the poor got junk people have to follow her at a snail's pace so she could dictate what gets thrown away or not. And by the way, she didn't agree to throw away shit. She lived in a trailer because her house was filled up. The trailer she lived in was disgusting.
Do you think she has bugs?
It was worse than bugs.
She has chickens in the house?
Chickens in the house that were like, their feathers were falling off. They were bleeding from the beak. Their cages, by the way, were so full of shit that they were squished between the shit and the top of the cage. No! They were squished between the shit and the top of the cage. They had to lower their little chicken heads.
Why were they so happy then?
That's got to be criminal. They got to get a sheriff.
It is.
Did they haul her away? That's got to be criminal.
At the end, they did put up a graphic that she had been charged with animal cruelty.
Did they take the animals?
They took some of them. But the animal people that they had were out-of-state animal people that I guess the Hoarders show had gotten. But Animal Control showed up at one point, and I think Hoarders put the kibosh on them and said, like, well, come back next week. Look, we're shooting a show. I don't care what you do to her next week.
Right.
Fucking just haul her in. But, we got to get a show out of this. We show the chickens, and there was this one goat, and it's just limping. Not even limping. It wasn't putting one leg on the ground. And they said, how long has the goat been injured like that? And she goes, about 4 months.
Fuck.
And is it pregnant? Yep, it's pregnant. It's going to have babies.
Poor Billy.
Yeah, little Billy goat. Well, it was a girl goat.
Billie.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
What do I know?
All right, we're getting clips of this show. I can't wait to hear this old broad.
I wanted to fucking just...
Was there a mason jar in this episode?
Ugh!
Thank you, Todd in Kansas City. Don't have time to go to you.
At one point, she sits down, and she's just doing that fat bitch sit down where her legs are spread because that that bubble of unimaginable whatever the fuck it is fat is hanging over her vagina, so she can't sit like a human being.
We all know.
With your knees together.
Yeah.
They fly out like Humpty Dumpty.
Jesus.
And then she's drinking this brown liquid that looked like diarrhea. It looked like she was drinking diarrhea out of a mason jar. It was utterly disgusting.
Wow.
Worst whore as I ever saw.
Dr. Ian Smith.
But we don't know what it was?
What's that? No, they never said what it was. But she's drinking it, and you could see like they
didn't want you to.
It was this brownish
Maybe it was
liquid.
just coffee.
It had like chunks in it. I don't know what it was. And it's this mason jar. And she's just disgusting. She had a mustache. She had that big chunk of fat. I wanted to reach in the TV, grab her under chin fat, and tear it off.
Ugh. Did she have little like chin hairs?
Yeah. She was
gray chin hairs,
and just yelling at people right into their face with her 4 teeth.
Fuck.
I was angry watching this.
All right. Well, we're gonna get clips of that.
Get clips of that, and then during the show, they were showing Trucker Dan has a call about it. Beyond Scared Straight. It's the new Scared Straight that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Scared Straight? They took the kids to Rahway.
I love that.
Yes,
Rahway
I do. I
prison.
have it at home.
Yeah, the
Yes,
original.
I do. Yes.
Oh, Jimmy. They took the kids to Rahway prison and scared them. And they were on the fence kids that might have gotten into some trouble. And they put them in prison and let the prisoners yell at them, and they cry, and then they went home and said, I never want to be here.
Didn't they do an update on those guys, Jimmy?
Yes.
And most of them stayed on the straight and narrow?
All but one. One guy went to jail for like 10 years. And one of the convicts got out and then got sent back for something, like we're stealing, and then he was in jail with his own son.
Your son.
Wow.
They take these kids now, and
this is the new version.
Guys and girls, put them in these prisons, and they get yelled at by, it's inconceivable what these people are. I didn't even know if this one thing was a woman, a man. Apparently it was a woman. Yelling at these young girls. There was this one girl, they go, and there's people in the yard, and they go, come on out, mother, come on out. And the guy's going, I'm going to open this door now, and you're going to walk out there. And these kids were all like scared.
Holy
and the
shit.
one girl that was at the front of the line was so hot. So incredibly hot.
You want to say
all I was looking was like, oh, she is just going to be raped with 8,000 things around this prison. And they made them wipe their makeup off. Get that makeup off your face. Get it off your face. And they pin them against the wall, kind of, and yell at their face. But it's kind of like...
You know they can't be touched.
They can't do anything.
See, that's what sucks.
They can't do anything. So
take this to another country and let the prisoners, maybe get at them a
really
little
fuck
bit.
with them. Because there was one woman, and she's saying what her name is, and it's something like, kill 'em, murder, fucking death, whatever the fuck it is. Satan, Beelzebub, they were calling her, whatever. And then she's like, what's my name? And any smart-ass kid should have turned around and went, 235-6802? It's like, no, motherfucker. I know you can't touch me, so blow me.
Because what they do is they get the prisoners that have hope that they're getting out.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't touch the kids.
That's their act.
You
It's
get
like, these
a guy
cameras
in there
leave.
for life, or the death row guys. They're gonna fucking fuck your rules. I'm gonna slap some of these kids around.
Yeah. Literally smack them in the face.
But that's the deal. They both have. You
It
touch one of
looks,
these kids, you're fucked.
Yeah. And then the not only are they fucked, but let's say you have a life sentence and you don't give a shit and you just reach over and belt one of these kids in the face. What does the prisoner care?
Mm-hmm.
But the prison itself cares because, the lawsuit?
Oh, yeah.
They would get in for fucking a prisoner clocking a kid in the face.
See, the original one, you were convinced that these convicts would hit these kids at any second.
Was the guy with one eye? Remember the guy with one eye?
His name was Ali. Yeah, he's out of jail now.
Is he?
Yeah, he was
a problem.
He was a tough little fucking dude, man.
Yeah.
Because he was small. But the thinking was, like, by the time they pull me off of you, I'll have hurt you. And it's like, they can't give me any more time. That was what these kids are thinking. These guys are doing 25 to life, 35 years, double life.
That's the whole fear factor in it.
What are they going to do to them?
Look, they can't give me any more time.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm sure the new version, it's safer because the criminals.
Kids are tougher now, man. They're not as scared of that shit. You would never scare kids.
Well, they're more
with that
savvy.
Shit.
Yeah, they're more savvy now.
I think they absolutely took kids that probably did a few little bad things, nothing too bad, and they interviewed them and made sure they would be scared. They're not getting these gangbangers that would be like, whatever, motherfucker. Go fuck your mama,
Because they live with that.
Yeah.
There was one guy, though, and 10 years later, there was one guy, they had like the Scared Straight update, where they showed that the modern day kids, and I guess this is 10, 12 years ago now, but one of the newer convicts screaming, he had like missing teeth, and you could see that he was a frightening guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a frightening, because he was like spitting on him as he talked to him. And he was a problem. Yeah. And even the tough fucking kids knew that this guy would probably bite your face.
There's new Scared Straight. There's no new Scared Straight.
It doesn't work for everyone. I got scared the other way.
Scared gay. There should be like a trailer, because last night they played an extended trailer. And there's some yelling going on, so that might be fun.
Yeah, I want to check this out. What channel is it?
I'll watch it. It's the same as Hoarders and Intervention. And
beautiful. A&E?
All those great shows. Yeah, A&E.
I think, right? A&E is the go-to fucking channel.
A&E.
They got some good shit.
All these channels are just changing into other things.
Yep.
Arts and entertainment. I don't think there's any arts going on there.
Nah.
It's do we got a piece of a trailer?
I think so.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
All it takes is one mistake. Drug dealing.
Present at a murder.
Stealing. These kids got one foot in the door.
We allow kids to see what prison life is like.
You are now in the belly of the beast.
We're going to keep you out of prison.
Swing. I'll fold you like a piece of paper.
In prison,
that's not a very good one.
No one cares about you.
Beyond Scared Straight, series premiere Thursday, January 13th.
That stinks.
Fold you like a piece of paper.
That's terrible.
But was that a guy or a girl?
A chick.
It was a chick?
A girl. Jeez. Yeah. Is there a new... Because there was a longer clip that they played for the first time.
There's a great moment in the first one where everybody has to take their shoes off.
Oh, right.
And the one guy makes them. And he's like, I've taken your shoes. What are you going to do about it? So the little guy with one eye comes in. And this one guy had a dumb look on his face. Like he always looked like he was smiling, but he wasn't. He was just nervous.
Private Pile.
So there's two guys. He goes, there's two guys I don't like, you and you. And he's like, show me your shoes. So they showed his shoes, and he picked them up, and he threw them. And he goes, go home barefooted, you faggot.
They said that in the original?
It was all profanity.
No, I know, but...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you know that we can't use faggot anymore.
Oh,
but that was
we lost
one of
that word, too.
You could curse on TV for
that. Was one of the first shows that was like... Because it was on regular TV. And there was cursing. So it was very provocative.
Go home barefooted, you faggot. Yeah, oh, that guy was the greatest.
I'm sure they're not saying that in the new version.
I don't know, man. But they want it to be effective. They might leave the language in.
We'll see.
Like, I would be very good at that. I would say to the kids, like, do you really want to come here and have rough pillows and small blankets?
Not quite getting the point across?
Yeah, I would be bad at
blankets.
it. Yeah. Do you know that you have to stand online to get everything from the commissary? I would do a terrible job.
Be like, I don't. Doesn't sound that bad.
Let's take a break so we could eat.
Oh yeah.
It's we'll get hopefully more audio from that show.
When we come back, I have some more Scared Straight tips.
Oh, good, Jimmy, with more.
I went through Scared Straight when I was in
tips.
High school.
Good.
No, you really didn't.
When I was a freshman, I went through it.
You're the Scared Straight kid.
Yeah, I was. They called me the federal prison kid. Yeah, but I had some. I talked tough to the guys.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't see those clips on the show.
Yeah, they cut it. It made them all look bad.
Brett Favre in more trouble? A lot of people
shit.
know by now, but we'll give you the story next.
Yeah.
It's getting tougher and tougher to support this guy, I'll be honest.
It's getting easier and easier for me to support him.
We'll explain. And a lot of people might have got hepatitis in Massapequa.
What?
Wait till you find out why.
Oh.
Or how they might have got their hepatitis. And lots of other things. Stay there. yeah. Timeless, right?
Timeless.
Maybe not, though. Who knows? Do the kids enjoy that riff? They enjoying the Rolling Stones?
I'm not a big Stones fan.
Oh my God.
I don't like most of their songs, but there are a few I kind of like. I like this one.
70s Rolling Stones, forget about it. Forget about it. And they snuck into the 80s with a couple good ones, but that's about it. But the 70s and the Stones, my God.
Huge.
Good God. Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Jets sued by 2 former massage therapists.
Now, who are these loud mouths that are all of a sudden coming out?
Yeah,
because they see somebody else capitalizing.
Yeah, Brett's been gone a while from the Jets organization, right? It's been a couple of years at this point, I think.
Yeah, but they smell money.
Brett Favre is getting sued for sending pervy text messages, and not by Jen Sturger. She was the original broad.
Send his cock? Did he send his cock?
Speaking of that situation with Jen Sturger, the website that broke that news was Deadspin, and we got the editor-in-chief coming in today, AJ.
Oh.
Deadspin's a very good sports site there.
Editor-in-chief.
Second only to TedWilliams.com. Our own Puddle of AIDS does a fine sports blog. What?
Head.
Ted Williams Head. Sorry, yes.
Yes,
what
Ted
did I say?
Williams.
Ted Williams? Yeah, TedWilliamsHead.com.
Of course, it's his
I'm thinking
head.
TedWilliams.com is probably something a little different.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, TedWilliamsHead.com is a great place to go for some sports shit. And
it's frozen, you know.
What happened?
It's frozen.
What happened?
His head's froze.
You think it's still frozen?
Of course it is.
Let's buy that.
It's frozen his head.
Let's buy it. Just have it in a case in the middle of this fucking console.
That would be great.
But
I hear it's rotting.
Well, of course
they say
it
it's
is.
rotting. And
well, how are you going to put that on a nice body someday?
I don't know what their plan is.
Got a nice body with a rotting head.
With that cryogenic freezing bullshit.
They're doing some freaky shit. Did you hear about the twin that was born 11 years later, or the triplet?
That is odd.
Did you see that story over break?
That fucking egg and the frozen embryo.
Was it the third of a triplet, or it was a twin? I forget now. But 11 years later, they finally gave birth to the twins' kid.
Yeah.
Or the triplet's kid.
Strange.
Very strange.
You have a triplet, and one of them is
11 years
younger.
Older or younger, yeah.
Amazing.
All right, Brett Favre. So you got the 2 former massage therapists now suing over pervy text messages. 2 former massage therapists for the Jets filed suit against the Grid Great and Gangrene today, charging they were fired after they spurned the quarterback's crude digital advances. In papers filed in Manhattan Supreme Court, Christina Scavo and Shannon O'Toole says Favre made his move on them in the summer of 2008 after the pair had been working at the Jets training camp on Long Island. Here's one of the text messages. Brett here, the text to O'Toole began.
God.
You and Chris, you want to get together? I'm all alone.
God, Jesus. Come on, man.
He's a fucking rookie, man.
What are you doing?
He then sent a follow-up text saying, kind of lonely tonight. I guess I have bad intentions.
Here's my cock. Look at the helmet. It's silly, isn't it?
Now I know why he had a shitty year with the Jets. He's thinking about everything else but football. Scavo told her husband about the text, and he called the Packers legend and requested that he stop soliciting his wife for bad intentions.
Yeah, knock it off.
Or to get together with her. Mr. Scavo further requested that Favre apologize for his inappropriate behavior of sexually harassing Christina Scavo and other massage therapists, the suit says. Favre responded in an inappropriate manner and refused to apologize. He essentially told him to go away, and as a celebrity, he couldn't be bothered with the little people.
The little people.
You think that's true?
No, I don't think he said that. Who says the little people? Did he say if you can't afford bread, eat cake? Fucking.
If you can't afford bread, eat cake. Is that the quote?
Yeah, if they can't afford bread, let them eat cake. Marie Antoinette said that.
But cake is more expensive.
Beauty, that was exactly why she was a cunt, and they cut her head off.
Oh,
yeah, she wasn't being genuine.
Oh,
she was being a cunt.
Oh, I got you. I'm sorry. Jesus.
Yeah, she wasn't being helpful.
Okay.
They can't afford bread, let them eat cake.
He said it was his clients who got sacked after the hubby's phone call. As the lawyer talking, Scavo and O'Toole were never again called to provide massage therapy for the Jets.
We're obviously not good at it. If you don't have shame leaking over your knuckles, you have no business massaging anyone.
That's called shame.
Yeah, go massage an old lady's feet in a fucking shoe store. Fucking goody gumdrops. Beat it, narc.
Problem I have here is this is 2 years old. So it looks like they're capitalizing on some shit.
Of course they are.
Why didn't they bring this up when it happened?
Yeah, well,
Summer of 2008, so it's almost 2.5 years at this point.
They see the shit happening. They see money's in the air. Somebody else is making some cake off of Brett Favre and his wacky-looking schlong.
What does Brett's wife think of this whole thing? Is she just standing by her man? Maybe they have some kind of open relationship. What's going on?
She's probably happy she's not the only one who has to touch his awful fucking umbrella in the drink cockhead. Stupid flattened dickhead.
That is really just an odd-looking dick.
It's fucking horrendous. Oof. He probably jerks off really hard under a desk, so he's always mushing the helmet. Despise his penis. It's just silly.
Yeah. People mad that we didn't play the Ted Williams clip after we mentioned Ted Williams. Another famous Ted Williams clip. We got way too much shit.
I don't know where
I can't
where
find
that clip
anything
is
anymore.
I can't find anything.
I really can't. There's too much, too many clips to play these days.
I just stick to the basics.
That's what I try to do. I got it. Look at this.
Oh.
All right, it's a little, the timing's a little off, but...
He said, well, we don't have to freeze his whole body. We can freeze his head.
Damn. Freeze his head.
And that is a clip talking about Ted Williams and his head.
His frozen head somewhere in Arizona.
Yes.
Why, again, Arizona? You'd think they'd put that in Fargo, where it's freezing, just in case the power goes out.
Yeah, exactly.
All of a sudden, it's 120 degrees in here. Holy shit.
All of a sudden, some asshole forgot to turn the AC on.
Yeah.
No one's looking, so he turns it on and make believe it wasn't 98 degrees all night.
Exactly. Give you a little extra time.
Right.
Get his head. You can put it out in the snow.
Right.
Just put all these heads out in the snow like beer cans when the electricity goes off in your house. It's like, well, we could always put the beer in the snow.
You're going to trust some asshole that's making $7 an hour to keep your dead fucking head frozen?
Your relative's head?
Until they figure out what to do with it in the future? Fuck that.
The future.
The future. So what do we got on Brett Favre? I guess there's not much there, right?
Nothing. No. He's retired, and he wants to get jerked off a lot. I respect that.
He's texting and...
People pissed off at me because I'm not convinced that he's retired.
I don't think he's done.
People really fucking mad at me on Twitter. I'm telling you.
He's done.
He's done.
I think he decides, okay, I could be a mentor for a quarterback out there. Yeah, I'll do that role.
No, he knows he's done.
He could be a mentor for me.
I'm not. I'm holding to my thought that there's a slight possibility. I think the door is open just slightly.
The only thing open is his zipper. That rotten little flat dickhead is poking out. His fucking awful mushroom cock. He should have a frog sitting on his cock, yelling ribbit, licking his bag.
Really is not.
That sucks.
Horrible presentation.
He has Smurfs living under his cockhead. His cockhead is dumb. He's a lunky cockhead, and I hate it. To flick it with my finger. Angrily.
Well.
Fuck, man.
I want to flick it like it's a fat kid's ear. Like just the underside where it's really, that underside where it's really soft and tender of your head. The juicy underside of a cock.
It looks like a picture of a cock that's been scaled down in Photoshop only on the Y-axis. Come on.
I don't know what that means.
It's a Photoshop joke.
I don't know what that means. It's too smart for me.
It squishes everything.
Oh. Then say it like that. I don't know what Y-axis means.
Hey, you guys want to deal with...
I like the word squishy.
You guys want to deal with Alex Jones today? Because he thinks the government is killing all the birds in Arkansas.
That's stupid.
I hope he's right.
I don't want to, I think that's what I'm hearing.
I hope he's right.
They said the birds died of massive trauma.
Blunt trauma.
Blunt
bird fight.
Force trauma.
Yeah. There's some unruly other birds, crows, that were...
Crows. The crows got them. Yeah, they're saying they don't know, though, if the injuries were sustained when they hit the ground.
Well, that would be blunt fucking trauma.
Yeah. Or
falling out of the sky.
They could have just, in the air, perhaps they were just stunned. He's stunned.
He's just pointing.
He's pointing.
My brother talked to me after the show. He's saying swamp gas.
Swamp gas?
That just happens. It fucking builds up and releases, and fucking that gas shit is very
like
toxic
methane?
to birds.
Well, maybe.
A little methane?
And he said that happens a lot, where all of a sudden the fucking swamps have to release their gas.
And the thing
and
is...
you got a flock of birds flying over at that moment. The gas will kill them. They don't like that gas shit.
How can they tell if the bird suffered the injury falling 8,000 feet or getting socked in the mouth behind a bar?
But they did say the bird's organs were all fine, which would lead you to believe that it wasn't any kind of poison.
Ah, so then we can't say swamp gas anymore.
They are saying blunt
Brother
force
Scott is wrong.
trauma, which would be either they hit something in midair, but there's a lot of birds to have hit something, or
maybe a UFO.
Something happened and then they fell and
I like your
ground.
I like your lightning strike theory.
Lightning, a little
I
lightning.
Really do. I like the lightning strike theory.
Would that kill all of them, though?
Well, it could have phased them enough where they just fell out of the air and hit the ground and died.
Right, they didn't have time to fucking get their shit back together.
Hello, Polly!
But aren't they not grounded, so they're...
Did you ever see the parrot
Let me see
sketch?
this.
This is classic.
Now that's what I call a dead parrot.
No, they're stunned.
Look, my lad, I've had just about enough of this. That parrot is definitely deceased. And when I bought it not half an hour ago, you assured me that its lack of movement was due to it being tired and shagged out after a long squall.
It's got to be pining for the fjords.
Pining for the fjords? What kind of talk is that? Look, where did it fall flat on its back the moment I got it home?
The Norwegian blue prefers kipping on its back. It's a beautiful bird, lovely plumage.
Look, I took the liberty of examining that parrot, and I discovered that the only reason that it had been sitting on its perch in the first place was that it had been nailed there.
Well, of course it was nailed there, otherwise it muscled up to those bars and boom!
Look, matey.
Yeah, we're watching TV. That's a great sketch, though.
Wouldn't voomp if you put 50,000 votes through it.
Fucking Monty Python.
Yeah, then he goes, ain't a bird sleeping or something, right? I don't like this one, though.
No?
Nah, I thought there should have been farts in it. The bird should have farted or something.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, hey, the bird's farting over here. Get out of here. They're stinking the whole room up with clouds. Like, I would laugh at that.
Yeah, this should be thrown into the bird thing. Randy in Missouri. Randy.
Well, you was talking about how the birds all were killed at one time.
Yes, we were.
This time of year, the birds are all flocked up. You might have 1 million birds in one big flock down here.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of footage yesterday. They say that there's so many fucking birds this time of year in that area that you look up and the sky is black.
Oh,
there's just millions of these fucking things.
And what do they do? Like,
so 4,000 of these falling out of the sky, is a very small percentage of considering the amount of birds in the air.
Or maybe, sir, it's a new Ben Stiller movie, Meet the Flockers.
Have a good day, guys.
Wow, that was bad.
Not as bad as that fucking horseshit of a movie. That is still doing well at the box office.
I like the way they look at each other in the poster. It's like,
we're both watching each other now. Things have changed here. Have they?
Same joke.
But Ann, what about the fish? You got the dead fish too.
Fucking birds and fish die.
But the fish are a little further away.
Was disease or something.
Lack of oxygen sometimes. Too many fish in one area.
Too many fish in the pond.
That used to happen at Mill Dam Pond. Where
they'd run out of. They'd run out of oxygen in the water.
Do you remember that when we were growing up? Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Mill Dam Pond in the Centerport area. All these fucking fish would come in, and then then the tide would go out and they couldn't get out fast enough or something. Or
smell like dirty vaginas.
Oh, my God, did it.
Bunch of dopey fish breathing each other's air. Stupid mouths.
The dumb gills.
Yeah.
That fucking rocks. Dude skis down Park Avenue during the blizzard. That fucking rocks.
He's skitching.
Yeah. Let's see him do it in August. That'd be very impressive.
He's on skis. He's got a rope tied to the back of a bumper, and he's fucking skiing.
Oh, how great would
Park
a
Avenue.
dump truck look fucking...
Oh, I love that.
Or a plow with its fucking thing raised.
He just gets nailed fucking...
We used to do that when I used to be a private sanitation collector, and we used to do that shit all the time. No skis or anything. We would just use our shitty work boots.
But did you hold on to the bumper?
We would hold on to the lip of the garbage truck as it would go from stop to stop.
Yeah, how bad does a garbage truck smell when you're like...
You get used to it really quickly. It's not as bad as you think.
Oh, it's so bad.
Did you see a lot of rats and roaches and stuff?
Yeah, we knew the paths that the rats would take from certain stops where there were a lot of rats. So like when we had like a helper on the truck, we could set somebody up like on an X, on a dime, and be like, just stand right there, and then we just punch and smack the bags, and all the rats would like run across the guy's feet, and it would work every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
rats,
was really disgusting.
Rats follow a certain fucking track. That's why they're so
like
goddamn hard to get.
Yeah, like their scent or their oils or something.
Yeah, man. I read a whole book on
it was really disgusting.
Rats. They're fucking creepy.
But how do you, when you're throwing bags away, don't you see rats in the truck? There has to be some.
Not so much. You don't really. I mean, I'm sure there's rats in the bags that we've thrown away, but I've never seen like one like crawl out and jump out of the hopper or anything.
How about roaches?
Roaches, I don't remember seeing. I mean, you have to understand too. Like when our shift would start, it was nighttime. You know, we would do for like 8 p.m. until the sun came up. So I'm sure there was tons of that shit. I just didn't really see a lot.
Did you ever have garbage juice explode on you?
I never did. A friend of mine, because the bags, like, cause you're compressing all that garbage, and there's a lot of air pressure in there, and it makes a lot of weird sounds sometimes. So a friend of mine, he was running the hopper, and a lot of the bags started making this weird whistle, like, and my friend just went ew, and like went ew, and pursed his lips up, and right as he went ew, juice from the garbage truck just shot a perfect stream into his mouth. It was fantastic.
Was he disgusted?
Oh, of course. He was dry heaving everywhere. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
God damn.
Fucking great. So you want Alex Jones? Because this is a conspiracy thing happening with the birds.
Yeah. He's
can we make a rule that he only gets 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Roland, if Alex Jones is around, tell him we'll give him 10 minutes to explain why the birds fell out of the sky in Arkansas and the dead fish. 100,000 dead fish, right?
And Troy will be jerking off in the other room as he speaks.
Well, Troy has questions.
He
questions things.
I question things.
The problem is he has no fucking info to back anything up, but he questions things.
He doesn't like to research, but he does like to question.
You want to see what he's up to?
I just think it's interesting. I just think it's interesting.
Well, he's had a whole day to do more research. Troy, where are you?
Well, why? You making fun of me because I question things? Because I question
But now he's had a whole day.
Yeah.
Because yesterday we did question him back, and he had nothing
there's been a lot of info on these
Thank you, Anthony.
over the past 24 hours.
He just says chemtrails, and we're like, what do you mean by that?
He has no idea.
Chemtrails?
You know, I'm just saying,
Troy.
Your music is playing. Yes, it is the mysterious Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Hello.
Now, you've had 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you said the birds died because of chemtrails, but I'm thinking you might have done a little more research.
Well, I was in Arkansas, like I said.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I had never seen in my life that many trails in the sky. I grew up in Pennsylvania, middle of fucking nowhere. Okay,
Well, that
I've
has
never
nothing
seen.
to do with Arkansas.
Hold on, I'm getting to it.
Well,
just hang on. I'm gonna explain to you why I was saying what I was saying.
Sure. Yes.
Ooh.
So I grew up in middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. I'd never seen that many chemtrails. I had noticed them when I was driving through Arkansas. I was like, wow, there's a lot. What the fuck is going on here? And then I had just put something up on my Twitter about it, making a joke about them spraying the hillbillies with what are they spraying on them? And then a couple days later in Arkansas, birds are falling out of the sky. So it was just, I'm not a scientist. It was just something that it was
Wait
an
a minute,
observation.
back up. What do you mean you're not a scientist? What are you doing in here?
Wow, we all thought you were a scientist. We're very confused. Neutron Troy.
Go ahead, Troy.
So I had just made an observation. That's all.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with my shoes, Jim?
Nothing. If you're Henry Fonda and on Golden Pond.
Let me see your shoe now.
Those are great shoes to pick blueberries.
What's wrong? got hipster sneaks on.
They're Vans. They're skate sneakers.
Yeah, he's a hipster.
Holy shit.
He's hip. Troy knows what kind of sneakers to buy.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But,
So, I mean, that was the only point. That was the only point. And what they're saying...
but we already, debunked that sort of, because Ann was all over you yesterday, so I'm saying you had 24 hours to maybe, pump up your side of this argument.
Well, whatever you want to say about it, whatever caused it, whatever caused that to happen, they are still putting aluminum in our atmosphere, regardless of the birds or not. So...
Well, then thank you, then. Didn't we want aluminum in the atmosphere? Is that bad?
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Well, it leads to a lot of different diseases.
Like what?
They're finding it in rainwater.
Mm-hmm.
So we're drinking what they're putting in the atmosphere to supposedly combat global warming.
So where are the people getting their water so they don't get, affected by the aluminum?
I don't know. Maybe they have maybe they have water purifiers.
How are they doing this for global warming when they're still debating global warming?
Well,
how is this financed? First of all, because a lot of this global warming financing isn't going through because a lot of people don't believe it's really an issue, and regardless if it is or not, they're still debating the facts. So how do they get to the point where they're spraying barium and aluminum particles in the atmosphere? Who's paying for it?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know who's doing it.
No, Troy, you're our conspiracy guy.
I'm not. Hey, listen,
you got to do more research.
I might have just uncovered some secret documents.
All right, good. Give us some secret documents.
Like Alex Jones.
Well, I do my digging, and unlike Troy, I do my research.
You've been researching,
and it says here. Because I always trust when I needed to know an answer and I need to be 100% sure that it's accurate and proper, I go to Yahoo Answers. And it says here that their military is putting aluminum particles in the atmosphere to make the HARP weapon more conductive.
The HARP weapon.
That's what it is.
I did a show on that one during the first season of Conspiracy Theory. I'm a Navy SEAL. A fighter.
Maybe they just want to keep the earth hot inside.
Maybe that's what it is.
A governor.
Well, Troy, why don't you tell the boys about
He's shiny.
Why don't you tell the boys about the rainstorms in the desert?
I don't know.
Aluminum, though. You think it's the Brita filter people trying
to pump up business?
Yeah.
They made rain showers in the desert. Where's that? Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
You know about the rain showers?
Abu Dhabi?
Troy, you know about that?
No, I don't.
Joe Rogan was tweeting about it too. It's they decided to make it rain in the desert.
That's a good thing. If we can control weather, that's a sign of progress. What's wrong with controlling weather?
Where's that article? So we got the info out there correctly.
Sorry, which one?
They're making it rain in the desert. Some scientists.
Yeah, the candidates have done that.
Right. Chocolate rain. Chocolate rain.
So they made it rain in...
You hear about this, Ant?
In Abu Dhabi.
No, not forest rain. I think.
What is it, desert? Sorry.
A desert. I think it was Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, Abu
Here we
Dhabi.
Go. UPI.com. Can you read that for me, somebody? I can't.
Scientists working for the ruler of Abu Dhabi and the United Arab Emirates say they've used weather technology to create rain in the desert.
Jesus Christ. How do they do
Most of the artificially created storms were at the height of the summer, blah, 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 blah.
They probably just got a big hose.
They've been using...
they just invented a really big hose and fucking...
No, it's just giant ionizers, metal antenna on steel poles to generate fields of negatively charged particles. The particles attract tiny specks of dust, ever present in the atmosphere in desert regions, and are carried up from the particle emitter by rising air over the hot desert. Once the dust particles reach the right height for cloud formation, the charged particles attract water molecules.
I was just saying this.
Start to condense around them.
Holy shit, is that cool?
Yeah.
Are you buying it in?
I don't know. It's being reported by Britain's Daily Mail.
Well, that's a good source.
The most lyingest ass newspaper I've ever fucking
It's a good
read.
source.
They made it rain in Abu Dhabi. It was very...
Also, Time is reporting it also.
Time magazine? But are they reporting it as this really happened, or are they reporting that it's being reported?
Scientists create 52 artificial rainstorms in Abu Dhabi desert.
Oh.
It's easy to do in Abu
Good for
Dhabi.
them, then. Hail, lightning, what? Yeah. Hey, good for them. Fuck them. Good.
All right, we got Alex Jones.
With my weather machine, I'll rule the world.
Rule the world.
Neutron Troy, if you want to stay in studio, you're more than welcome.
Please.
Let's say hi to Alex Jones. Alex, we're very concerned. Birds falling from the skies in Arkansas, sir.
Gentlemen, it is good to be with you, but saying that I just was woken out of bed about 30 seconds ago, let me go to the landline here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you,
Yes,
Alex.
You're being brought into this story. Some of your theories and thoughts on this. What are they, by the way? Why don't we let the audience know?
Dealing with the birds?
Yes, the birds.
The birds.
Well, it is very suspicious. You guys are going to get a good interview from me when I'm 1 minute up here.
We can call you back. We could do one of those dumb commercial breaks and let you get your head together.
No, it's kind of like a toaster oven is starting to glow. You can see the little breadcrumbs burning.
He's starting to get his mind together.
What were you dreaming about when that phone went off?
I was dreaming about the bomb going off in my head when the phone rang.
Oh, all that, I bet it's all conspiracy stuff he dreams about.
How does he even sleep?
I don't know how he sleeps.
How do you sleep?
All that stuff.
Knowing as much as you know.
With the Heart Project. How do you sleep, Alex?
Alex. I'm going to harp. Oh. That's who I was dreaming of, exactly. I was like...
Oh my God. It's like Alex takes a pill to go to sleep.
Maybe an Ambien.
And the pill might not be completely worn off.
Ambien.
Right.
So what do you think? What's with these birds? Why are they falling out of the sky, in your opinion?
Well, maybe they were a walleye fish or something.
Jesus.
You guys can't do that. Now I'm going to do the whole interview in a Ventura voice.
Yeah, love that.
You want us to call
Alex, did you know that they now admit that they have HARP-like technologies that they are using in Abu Dhabi to make the desert rain?
Yeah, we were just talking about that one. Is this true? They're making it rain in the desert? And is it a problem?
Okay, gentlemen.
Are you awake?
I'm almost ready for the interview.
He's almost ready. Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. What, are you firing up your computers? You fuck?
Yeah.
You firing up Wikipedia and Google?
Computer. Exactly. I didn't go to bed till like 2, okay?
No. We can call you back, Alex.
I was up working. No. It's
researching.
It's happening. It's happening.
All right.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger. A Navy SEAL is approaching from the southwest.
I'm turning around. It's not worth it.
Yeah. My wife just got up. She said, "You're on the air right now. You're acting like a fruitcake." Oh, man. Yes, I'm on the air, honey. I'm just screwing around with these guys a little bit.
No one
because I'm a Navy SEAL.
Well, Alex, one of our boys, Troy Kwan, he's got questions. So he.
I'm a fighter.
All right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Troy. What's going on with Troy Kwan?
He's one of your guys, man. He's one of your disciples.
I want to know what happened with these birds.
Right. Troy has questions. He's thinking chemtrails or something made the birds fall out of the sky in Arkansas.
All right,
Troy has so many questions, we want to get him a sports jacket with a lot of question marks on it.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do that, Troy? Would you wear that?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna answer the questions right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, guys, good to be here with you this morning. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, you want to start over? We can do that.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, everyone.
Hello, gentlemen. I don't think that's very funny, you guys making fun of Governor Ventura like that.
Yeah, I'm very disrespectful, and I apologize. What do you think about these birds now falling out of the sky in Arkansas? Alex Jones.
Well, to be very serious, it's suspicious because first he said it was 1,000, then 2,000 birds, and 4,000. Now it's 5,000, and they've had the different state officials and people come out who have examined the winged creatures, and they have said that their insides were pulverized, including their livers, and there wasn't any big boom. People didn't see some big storm. None of the homes were damaged. So it's very, very suspicious. And if we have this big history of government testing, and in many other cases when government has done covert tests over cities of chemicals, biologicals, or radiologicals, it will kill birds. I mean, it's kind of like the canary in the coal mine that's affected first by it. And this ridiculous story that supposedly that fireworks would do this, that some type of firecracker, some type of aerial mortar fired by some group of drunken revelers would cause 5,000 birds to have pulverized insides. It's very, very suspicious.
Now, Alex, let's say that this is some type of experiment being done by the government, the military maybe, and we don't know about it because obviously it would be secret at this point. Is this a bad thing?
I don't know. I mean, the government shot up all those kids in Guatemala with live syphilis. Is it bad? Those black people with it.
But they went to Guatemala,
it's
so
Guatemala.
Who cares?
I mean,
we could all agree it's
Guatemala. No. I think we should trust the government. And, when they took 4,500 foster children and radiated them to death, I mean, that sounds like a government
It was a different time. It was a different time, Alex.
Well, exactly. I mean, just like they admit that just a decade ago with Project Shad, they would put our troops out on ships and nerve gas them or nerve gas our own troops, or they'd have a young GI sign a form. The Brits did it as well. And you're going to get 3 days off for your country. We're going to test the flu on you. And they'd march him into a chamber and hit him with nerve gas, and then call mommy up and say that little Billy died of the flu. And then they dissected Billy's brain. I mean, these are nice people. I mean, like sodium fluoride in the water, they admit it more than doubles bone cancer in the general population, more than quadruples it in boys who drink it. I mean, they're doing this because they care
but cavities
about
are down.
our teeth. They care about us a lot. These are good people.
So what are their intentions if they aren't noble?
They are noble. They're building a new world order for all of us. They're doing a big, giant scientific experiment, and the mere fact that this information is known and the public doesn't fight back is prima facie evidence of the elite that we're animals and need to all be exterminated. And so they're peacefully, quietly, soft-killing us.
But
we're such animals, we're not even aware of it because we're already dead.
But Alex, don't.
Oh, it's so good.
Doesn't the government need? But Alex, doesn't the government need the people and the money from the people to keep this power base? Isn't it odd to have a bunch of chiefs and no Indians? What are you talking about here? What would be the upside?
Exactly. The globalists are killing us because they love us.
But why would they kill the people that give them the power?
Well, it's because there's 6.5 billion people, and the globalists have written in literally thousands of their own reports. I mean, in the foreword to "If I Was an Animal" by His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, that's Prince Philip. He's married to Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
All of these people openly explain why. There's too many of us. We're useless feeders. This is their planet, their resources. See, they've taken the planet over, and now they see us as like weevils or roaches that have gotten into the pantry and are eating their food.
So what's the criteria for being one of these people that get to be on the inside, the people that won't be killed?
There is no criteria. You're already being soft-killed. The population's being phased out. They're now bringing in a global one-child policy that Ted Turner just pushed for 3 weeks ago.
Is that bad, though? I mean, really thinning the herd down? Don't we have too many people? Wouldn't it be a better planet with less people, regardless of how it happens?
Don't worry. They're already thinning you out.
Not
the
me.
sperm counts dropped down to about 87% in the Western world.
I'm going down fight now.
The replacement, well, I mean, there was just an issue in the January issue a year ago in 2010 in the National Geographic magazine, and it described how Singapore is the perfect country and how they execute you for criticizing the government and how that they have the lowest population replacement rate in the world for every 2 adults. They have 1.2 children, and how that's the world model. And it's so beautiful. And they have all these TV shows on Discovery Channel about life after people and how beautiful it's all.
Yeah, when the buildings crumble.
We're all being taught how great it is that we're all just kind of societally, in fact, that's what the article says, slit our wrist and ease into a hot bath. And we've all been taught that it's kind of smart to disdain our survival instinct, to not look towards the stars, and to hate ourselves and just say, we're all going to die soon.
So now, how do all these countries that can't... But, Alex, how do all these countries that can't agree on just trade and ideologies, how do they all get together to agree to do this to their populace?
Well, I mean, how did China in the 1970s sign on to the one-child policy? They signed on to State Department Memorandum 200. You can read it. It was declassified in 92.
Yeah, I did already.
Written in You have read that?
Yeah, it was on a fortune cookie.
Good.
It's a very big cookie.
Good. I'm glad you read that. That's good for you.
I didn't read it, but I did write a comedy around it.
Well, good. Oh, exactly.
It was a musical act. One kid gets thrown stuck in the water.
Compulsions they implant in the general public to giggle as they flutter towards the open flame.
I'm not.
Their mothy and multi eyes happily looking up at their incineration.
Alex, I'm not listening to you and saying, like, no, you're wrong. This is my whole new tack on this thing. I am listening to you saying, yes, okay, I'll take your word for this, but I am waiting to hear the upside of it. How do the people benefit? The people that are left with all these corpses laying around in time, how are the people that left, how do they benefit from this depopulation of the planet?
Well, I mean, that's a really good question.
I know.
Oh, Alex, I like that question. All right, now let me get serious and answer that question. I know the show's a comedy, and I kind of play into that, and I apologize, everybody.
That's all right.
You kind of got me when I was a little dingy, as they say. But the globalists see us as garbage. Garbage just doesn't, not have value. It has a negative value. You have to pay people to carry it away. And so throughout history, human life has been cheap. If we go back 2,200 years ago, the Romans, were basically killing their slaves 100 at a pop every weekend for entertainment, making them hack each other up with battle axes and swords and throwing them to cave bears and lions and tigers and it's just all sorts of things like that. And so life has always been cheap. Now, because of robotics and nanotech and mechanization, the globalists have openly written paper after paper. One of them written by Bill Joy back in '99 for Wired Magazine. He's the co-owner of Sun Microsystems, and he talked about how he went to a meeting of 200 top computer company software engineer owners, billionaires, and they openly discussed there at that meeting. It's called Why the Future Doesn't Need Us. Would the elite go ahead and just wipe everybody out? Or would they just set up a world to entertain us, but then wasn't that immoral because we would eat up all the resources and hurt the precious planet? And so we have been marked as a plague, a scourge.
But what it sounds like what you're saying then is the criteria could be that the people that pay taxes would be the people that fit in to this elite group, and the scourge are the people that don't pay and don't pull their weight.
Yes, that's one way to look at it. That's how.
So I'm safe, right?
No,
I pay my taxes.
No, you're particularly bad.
But I pay a lot of taxes. I think I'm in the upper echelon.
No, you're seen actually as someone as a slave here on the tax farm.
Yeah.
Who is a little bit smarter than the others, and so the true eugenics program, you're the main one they're targeting. You know, I have the government manuals that if the young male raises their hand too much, engages in leadership type behavior of not just regurgitating information.
But again, Alex.
On Ritalin. Hold on, let me just.
All right. I'm just trying to say though.
Let me just really answer your question. Okay?
Yes, please.
I'm trying to quantify this. Listen, the globalists have said it in literally thousands of statements and publications. Mm-hmm. This is official UN policy. It's official. You can pull up the video clips of Ted Turner saying at Prince Philip, Jacques Cousteau before he died. This is all they talk about, the Georgia Guidestones. They want the world population at 500 million instead of 6.5 billion. And what they openly say is that they want to orderly reduce the world population through one-child policies, through cancer viruses and the vaccines and other things, and through sterilants. They want to reduce the world population finally in phases down to 500 million, and then those 500 million will be given the life extension technologies that are being developed. They will be allowed to go to space. They will be allowed to be like the gods on Mount Olympus, but they are not going to allow the profane, as they call us, the unascended ones, this all gets into Luciferianism, to go forward, just like in 2001, A Space Odyssey. And of course, Arthur C. Clarke admitted all this, the inventor of the communication satellite and so much more, that it's all basically a metaphor for how they're working. You know, you've got the two supermen on board the spacecraft. They've already been separated from humanity. Now they've got to, at the final point, defeat the computer. The computer wants to be able to, interface with the aliens. The computer's been given the message. The men haven't been given the message yet, and they're going out in the deep space, and then the computer kills one of them. The other human, the ascended one, defeats it, gets into the pod, goes to the other dimension, warps through, and is reincarnated as the superhuman and sent back to Earth.
So wait, in the final plan, there are 500 million people in on this secret?
No, the globalists. Look. I mean, you know the guy that wrote the original James Bond movies was OSS and then MI6. Fleming. And so many of his books that he wrote got turned into movies. And again, they stylized them, they packaged them, they did a few things like that. And you notice that one of the books he wrote was Moonraker. It had a different name. And of course, we see it now, a movie from 1970, whatever, and it looks super cheesy. But there's this super rich, ultra-industrialist who's going to release a bioweapon to kill the entire population of the Earth while he goes off-world to a space station. Then they're going to return after the bioweapon is dissipated. It's designed to, wind down on its own and then repopulate with super people. They believe that the general public are a bunch of ugly, stunted drones, and that they are going to, quote, cull the herd of the useless feeders, and that they're going to come back and save the Earth and perfect mankind. They're going to play God.
Yeah.
And that's what they believe in.
Didn't Hitler think the same thing, though? Come on.
Absolutely.
This isn't a new idea.
But if you go back, Hitler, on record, was given his funding by the Rockefeller Foundation. They funded Cold Springs Harbor, that was the eugenics office that is now the Human Genome Project office. Remember, just 2 years ago, the head of the Human Genome had to step down, Dr. Watson, because he said blacks weren't human. He was the discoverer of the double helix, Nobel Prize winner.
God.
I mean, just a horrible person. And Hitler was funded to the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute. It was that he went a little too wild for him and kind of exposed them, so they went ahead and smashed him. He's what they call a bad son. You know, if you've got a tree out in your yard and an acorns fall, and there's a bunch of little trees come up in the spring, and the lawn guy says, "You want me to cut those bad sons?" Hitler was an aberration who accelerated their program and went after just one or two groups. They want to go after basically everyone. And all I'm doing, and I cover this in my film, Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. And by the way, it is free. I know people would care and pay more attention if I said they could buy the DVD. People don't appreciate things that are free. But it's a very well-done film, and it's at the bottom of the article that's on the Drudge Report and also up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Is mass bird and fish die-off connected to government testing? Gentlemen, I am now fully awake, and I would love to be on your powerfully transmitted huge broadcast, but can I literally rolled out of bed.
Yes.
5 minutes to get a coffee and.
Well, now that you're awake, I think we can let you go.
I had a question for Alex.
Talk to me now that I'm awake, because I can break down the whole bird thing, the Abu Dhabi thing, the weather modification.
What was happening
for the last 20 minutes?
Troy has a question, though.
Well, Troy questions.
Troy. Do you mind if I ask you a question, Alex?
Yes.
Just about chemtrails and what's going on. Who is responsible for chemtrails and putting aluminum in the atmosphere? Hang on one second.
I want to answer the question, but I'm over Berlin right now. Please call me back in 2 minutes.
All right, we'll do.
He has to shit.
Oh yeah,
that's a.
He has to shit.
Wait a minute. Now he's ready to talk.
I'm so happy
that
the one guy who really backs him asked a question and he
cut me off.
He hung up on him.
He had a log brewing.
Well, Troy questions things.
I know.
Yeah. We got to get you a question jacket.
Yes. Troy does question things. Where can I get a sweater that matches my sneakers in color?
Did the Riddler have a lot of question marks on his jacket?
Yes, he did.
We got to get you one of those.
The Riddler.
Sounds good.
And you're only allowed in here if you put on your question jacket.
And you have to leap in as the Riddler would. Make Riddler noises.
Troy Neutron, everyone.
It's fine. That works.
Yeah, obviously, you guys don't watch Jimmy Neutron, do you?
I just can't believe the whole
give me a Jimmy
Neutron
picture, Danny, please.
I just can't buy it.
They're calling it conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Troy quandary. Very good.
There you go. There's Troy. He's got the hair.
Yeah.
There you go. Bob's Big Boy. That works too.
Yeah, we've heard that one. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with asking questions about things, and it's.
But your hero didn't even want to hear your question.
Yeah, I know. He's not really my hero. I mean, I've seen some of his films, and I find him interesting, Jim. And
Joe Rogan's a big fan of Alex Jones.
So is Patrice. Patrice has been on his show a bunch of times.
What does Patrice know, though?
I don't know. I heard him on Alex's show. You can find it online. He's very well spoken and has a lot to say about it.
Where is Alex based out of? Dallas?
Austin, I believe.
Oh, is he in Austin?
Yeah.
I'm calling him.
I mean, there's just a lot of people that are taking what he says and go, oh, okay. It's not what the mainstream news is reporting, but I find this interesting. And I don't really think there's anything wrong with asking questions. I think when you're not asking questions, there's a problem with that.
Here it comes. Oh, that was your statement?
Troy's got questions. That's all I know.
He does have a lot of questions.
Nothing wrong with having questions.
I do, too.
You got questions. Where's my food?
Can we go to break?
Sure. I got a little something before we go to break that I'm going to play for everybody here. And thank you, Troy. You all right?
What's up?
You all right?
Yeah, of course. I wanted my question answered, though. So.
All right, maybe it'll happen.
I already know the answer to it.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to let Alex back on. He had his shot.
Oh, my God, please.
Okay. First this, and then we'll be back.
Whoa, that's a full rainbow. Wow. All the way. Double rainbow. Oh, my God. Wow. It's a double rainbow all the way. Wow. Whoa, that's so intense. Wow. Whoa. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Wow.
That's the biggest thing ever. Woo! That's so big.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
So high that they touch the moon. Could you go to heaven with that?
It's so beautiful.
Wow. Wow.
What else is going on in the world today? Talked about the birds. Don Shula's 81 today. Wow.
Boy, wow. Where'd that time go, huh?
And Michael Stipe made it to 51. Good for him.
Damn.
The REM dude.
51.
Oh, we got the editor-in-chief of Deadspin.com coming in about a half hour. It's a good sports site. Sports blog site, I guess, right?
Yeah. Is it straight ahead sports, or is it those quirky little stories of dick pics?
Exactly.
All right.
I'm just doing a Troy Kwan.
I just ask questions.
I just want to do Troy now all the time.
Well, they're the website that broke the whole fire thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to give you an idea of what they do.
See, they question things.
Good question.
Yeah.
This will be Troy. Ask our questions.
I love the Troy. He's all right in my book.
Hey,
what do we got? There was something. Oh, the fucking hepatitis thing. I teased it, so really quickly. There's a church in Massapequa.
Massapequa.
And you know
Massapequa.
how they hand out the wafers?
The communion wafer.
Why can't they make that shit taste a little better?
Because it's body of Christ.
So what? He didn't want to eat good.
What do you want? Vanilla, chocolate,
a fucking vanilla
caramel,
a little vanilla flavoring in the wafer would be just fine.
Yeah.
It would taste just like the lactate pills I take every morning so I can drink my coffee.
It probably would taste like lactate, a little chalky, a little vanilla-y.
Yes. So the one of the assholes at the church, I don't know if it was the priest himself. I think it might have been one of his helpers. You know, you get some of the helpers had the hepatitis A.
Oh boy.
Now the hepatitis A, for the people that didn't know, I didn't really know until today myself. You get from like food. Handling food.
Oh, shit. So
it's an easy one to get. Hepatitis A is very easy to get.
That's the curable one.
Commonly spread by consuming food or drink that was handled by an infected person. Ugh. So you could get that very easy if you're eating out a lot.
Someone at a restaurant's got that. You get it.
Oh, of course.
I don't like that.
So somebody helping out the father or the father himself.
Hey, that father.
Had the hepatitis A, and now they're handling the little wafers to everybody.
She loves to taste the communion wafers, father.
Yes.
She loves to taste the communion wafers.
Hey, can you help an old altar boy, father? Remember The Exorcist?
Yeah.
Father.
So they're thinking a lot of people might have the Hep A now because of this unidentified person who handled the communion wafers. Could have transmitted the illness to the parishioners, Anthony.
Father Tommy Lee? Oh.
So here's the deal. If you were at Mass at the Our Lady of Lourdes Roman Catholic Church in Massapequa at the 10:30 a.m. or noon Masses on December 25th, that would be Christmas Mass.
And you're turning yellow from jaundice.
And you might have a little yellow happening.
Yeah.
You might want to go back to the church, they're saying, to get some shots.
Oh, boy. Well, at the church, they're going to give you shots?
I believe so, yeah.
In the rectory?
Anyone who received the bread
the
wafers
rectory.
should report for inoculation at the church this week. So they're setting up shop at the church all week, and you can come in and go, fuck, I had one of those wafers. Give me a shot. Symptoms of hepatitis A include an abrupt onset of fever, fatigue, poor appetite, nausea, and stomach pain.
That sounds like what people get from the show.
That's what I was thinking. I thought it was management. I think I might have the Hep A.
Oh.
And
the Hep A.
Yeah, get his fucking commercials off our channel, by the way, if he doesn't want Ira on our show.
Oh,
thank you.
Shit.
That's right. Fucking Jay Thomas has his shit running on our channel, but he won't let his guy come on here. Fuck him. And I want Rob and Gary to remove his promos immediately. Thank you. Anthony, you're right. A little jaundice happens, too.
A little jaundice.
A yellowing of the skin and whites of the eyes.
Oh.
I thought when your eyes are nice and white, that's good. That means you're healthy, though.
Yeah, but that's a yellowing of the whites of the eyes.
Yellowing of... No, what?
Yeah, you get yellowing of the skin.
Yellowing of the skin and whites of the eyes.
So yellowing of the skin and yellowing
so
of
your
the
white
whites
goes
of the
away.
eyes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You're a little jaundicey.
That's pretty fucked up, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get hepatitis A that easily.
From communion wafers.
Can't you get that from... Oh, you can get that from eating ass, too. Hepatitis A, you can't get from eating ass.
Can you?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yes,
Does it go away on its own? The desire to eat ass?
How do you get rid of it?
Yeah, does it just go away, or you have to get shots?
What do they give you?
Hepatitis A.
Don't know.
No, I don't.
Well, yeah, it's transmitted through fecal matter. You'll notice your skin starts to get yellow, and you begin to feel jaundiced, and you can get some type of anal seepage.
I'm tired.
Wow, Dr. Steve just texted me. That's good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't want him on the show today. He's a track.
I get tired though. Wait a minute. Maybe that's it.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm reading this now. Hep A is transmitted by the fecal-oral route. So someone has to take shit on their hands to transmit it.
Oh, so if someone wipes their ass...
You can get other ways, but that's just the most popular. I didn't read that before.
Popular. If someone like shits and wipes and they get a little on their finger and then they serve food to you and some of that fecal matter gets in your mouth, first of all, that's disgusting right away.
What if you just take the log right from the asshole? Say, thank you, mistress.
We got a churchgoer saying, doesn't the wafer turn into the body of Christ? How does it have hep on it? Thank you, Ralph in Virginia. That's a fine question.
Maybe Christ was doing dope.
We need to ask questions, Anthony.
Yeah. What about that?
Lots of questions need to be asked.
That's a good question.
Good question. Jay Thomas was on Ron and Fez. Well, then let us have Ira on our show, asshole. We treat Ira nice over here.
Do we, though?
Yes, we do.
Sack. Talk about blowjobs.
Sack in Cleveland is going to tell us how our show is run. Go ahead, Sack.
What's up, gentlemen? Good morning.
Good morning.
I find that sometimes, Jimmy's funny, but then sometimes there'll just be a story. Some guy will be talking about, he's a little boy, he's flying a kite. And all of a sudden, Jimmy will jump in with, he's flying a kite and it's got balls on it and a giant cock hat. And then, it's not funny, but Anthony jumps in with, he said balls! And then Opie is like, oh, okay, I guess we're talking about this now. So then he goes, E-Rock, you got balls, right? Come on, let's show everybody your balls. Are you busy? All right, maybe we should take a break. Should we take a break? All right, we'll take a break. All right, that's all I got.
But what do you mean balls, sir? I never jumped in and said balls tight.
Like your example isn't funny.
Yeah.
But the examples that Jimmy gives,
it almost works.
It's kind of it is funny.
But for the character yesterday, for example, I'm not digging the character from yesterday with the wild-eyed Jimmy. Like, wow, shoot to the moon.
That was very.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, but how is that?
But
how is that a balls? You're talking about a character where you have to do 20 hours a week of new content. So I try a wide-eyed boy, which pleases most of the people. The cuteness factor went right through the roof.
It was well accepted. It
was like a box full of kittens.
Which means you're the problem, and maybe you go find something else to listen to, I guess.
You sure know the show, though.
Yeah, there are times we know we completely suck and the audience hates what we did. But the Jim character from yesterday was a huge fucking hit. Huge. You just came up with the worst example to make your point, is what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Look, I don't happen to like that character, but I think in general that Jimmy will take a joke and just add the word balls or cock to it or something, and then Anthony will just start laughing.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, just even a second ago, we were talking about hepatitis A. There's like a regular discussion, and then he's like, yeah, you can get Hep A from eating ass. He's like,
you can.
Well, you can.
But that's
one of the big ways to fucking get the Hep A.
But dummy, you can get that is one of the big ways to get hepatitis A, as opposed to C, which is more from needles, I believe. So that was actually accurate.
Yeah, I'm sure it was accurate, but everything has to do with cock or balls. Like the jokes all end up talking about cock and balls.
But that's just not true.
Oh. If I said, hey, Sack, your father has a cock and balls in his mouth right now. Like that, that would be what I would do. And then your mom is able to take a cock in her ass and balls in her fucking rancid cunt at the same time, right?
Sure.
All right, just wanted to be sure.
Okay, but that's not funny, and that's why you don't make those.
No, it's not funny. No, I didn't mean it to be funny. I meant it to be accurate.
All I'm asking you for is an accurate. If criticism I can take, but just give me an accurate reference. And I said something actually as a statement of fact. You really can get Hep A from eating ass. That's how you get a big way to get it.
That's fine, but look, I've listened
What
to
happened? Did a priest eat your ass when you were a kid and you got a little upset?
No.
At the honest
There's no priest eating
subject
anyone's
matter. Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
What's the matter? What?
You know what that?
Not your brand of comedy. Why don't you go just turn something else on? Turn something else on.
I love the show.
No. You don't.
Just say, why did we hang up on him? I don't hang up on him.
Because I felt like it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't done with him. Okay.
Hate that guy.
He was making that point as I was hanging up, where I wouldn't have hung up. Fuck him.
Of course, fuck him.
Like making him look silly. I guess.
Hey, we were talking about Scared Straight from 1974, and Sam out of nowhere got some of the quality clips from this show. The original Scared shit.
If a guy doesn't like me, just call up and say you don't like me. Don't try to be clever with anything. That's what's annoying. That's a woman's quality. Just call up and go, I'm not a fan. I don't like you. I probably fucked his wife or his girlfriend.
You put your balls on her.
Really? I probably did. I probably sent a picture of my cock to his wife or girlfriend.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Sorry, pal. Tell her not to give her number out.
That'll fucking do it.
I love when guys blame you because their chicks are pigs.
He's been emasculated because the Norton hog has been in his girlfriend's vagina or asshole.
You just popped on, sir. I didn't do nothing there.
Hey,
who is this?
Burger from Tyler.
All right, you're on now. What do you got?
How the hell do you come out against the beloved Jimmy Norton?
I can understand that.
Characters he brings to the show.
I'm very opinionated, and I do annoy a lot of people, and that's acceptable. I just would, if you don't call up with a bullshit example, like that's what annoyed me. It was like, don't give an example of a joke you didn't like that I told.
Yeah.
Don't say that someone says kite, and I go, hey, the ball is cock, because I don't say that. Repeat a joke that you thought sucked, and all right, fair enough. But
yeah, well, it's very, very difficult to throw you under the bus on any joke, Jimmy. I mean, you are always killing on this show.
Well, you're a good man, but I bomb plenty. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Punching out.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and I can't hang up on him.
I'll hang up. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I appreciate it, because I can't hang up on you. He just popped on, and... oh, boy. Now I got to turn off the phone pots.
Oh, boy.
We'll try to fix the phones during the break, I guess.
Oh, boy.
Whatever. Okay. We got Scared Straight clips from 1974, because there's a new version of the show coming out, and we know the time...
Probably a lot of cocks and balls in it.
Oh, Jimmy.
E-Rock, get in here.
Oh, God.
And we got to talk about Huckleberry Finn before AJ comes in from Deadspin.com. Let's not forget.
Literary classic.
Scared Straight, 1974.
Yes. 878.
Was 78?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
You know 78? Are you? Really?
Oh, yeah, it was 78.
Okay.
Why, did Sam write 74?
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
That dope.
That's just creepy, you know it's 78.
Well, because they did 20 years later in 98.
Oh. Yeah, but that's still fucked up.
Then how do you know that?
Right.
I'll be Google it. Hold on, Scared Straight. Hold on.
Let me go.
Couldn't they have done the 20th anniversary in 94?
Well, in 78, I was 10. So it's like I remember watching that on TV.
You remember.
Yep, 1978.
As you were sucking a penis?
Yeah. As there was a black man actually yelling at my face. I said, God, I double dare you to rape me. He straightened me right out. Sorry to the comedy
oh yes.
the alt comedy guy who called up.
Critic.
I don't go for that. Cunt.
They break it down to one dumb thing too, which is like
just give an accurate example.
Yeah, I can break down everything we do to one dumb thing.
But he raised dick jokes, and then he said he didn't like the wow character. It's like you raised two different things.
Yeah.
So just call up and say, look, I probably talked to your pig girlfriend one time. She contacted me on Facebook. She asked for a picture of my cock, and I sent it to her.
Yeah.
And she probably sent a picture of her pussy, and she won't give you that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That gets him mad. Oh, boy.
Who the fucking guys annoy me? My wife! Shut up.
And the wow
Dump her then.
Was massively huge yesterday.
What's that? It was kind of silly.
Yeah, but then we got a production piece with the double rainbow guy, which was very funny.
Which was my idea. That wasn't. I made that up.
All right, so Scared Straight. There's a new version coming out. 1978 was the original, and the language was a bit salty. They got away with a lot of language.
Yes, they did.
Which I do believe will not be the same with the new
Are they not going to curse on A&E?
I bet
probably a little bit.
I bet they curse somewhat.
Jimmy, you forgot to
Maybe
talk about...
not even. I don't know.
Remember the clip where they talked about ass eating? Or getting fucked in the ass? I mean, they got really raw with the original Scared Straight.
Yeah, they were threatening.
Why don't we get into these clips?
They were wonderful.
Prisoner shows the kids the prison cards. He slaps them out of a kid's hand. So we know what's going on. You got some kids in trouble. This is from 78. So you brought the kids into the jail to scare the shit out of them so they don't end up in jail.
Everybody see these cards? Everybody see these motherfucking cards? Let me tell you something, man. When I ask a question, I want to answer from all y'all. Now, do everybody see these cards? Yeah. I want you to look at one, man, and pass it down. I want you to see them all. Motherfucker, what did I say? What did I say, motherfucker? Now pick them up and look at them right. Hurry up and pick them goddamn cards up. You look at all them cards, clown? Because if I tell you again, I'm going to break your fucking neck. Now, did you see them all? Yeah. I'm try this the last time, man. The last fucking time. Don't get on my fucking nerves, all right? You look at one and pass it down to him. I show you them cards for one reason. To let y'all know that we ain't no social workers, no counselors, no probation officers, or no police. We are convicts. Every man you see behind me is doing over 25 years or life. So y'all ain't gonna come in here and change nothing. Now, is that understood?
Fuck. And they were great. That guy's. The kids before were all talking shit like they were tough. And then one guy's like, hey, I'm just going to talk back. And then they always show these kids being fucking humiliated and cowed by these.
They start crying. It's great.
Here's the clip. A prisoner explains love in prison.
Love.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's sweet.
I'm sure some of you guys have got girlfriends, right?
Oh, no.
I can't hear you. You girls got boyfriends? I can't hear you. Yeah. I know you all got sexual desires, right?
Oh, boy.
Huh? Yeah. Well, we got sexual desires, too. We're just like you. We made of flesh and blood. You tough guy, take a wild guess. When we got sexual desires, who do you think we get? And don't tell me each other. Who? You don't know, huh? Well, I tell you. We get young, dumb motherfuckers just like you. Like I told you, I've been down here 10 years, and I'm gonna die in this stinking joint. And if they wanted to give me these 3 bitches right here, I would leap over them like a kangaroo, just to get the one pretty young fat butt boy.
I'm telling you, goddamn.
And not only me, there's a lot of guys in there do the same thing. It's a way of life in these joints. One day you're laying on your blanket, and your mind is drifting over them 30-foot walls, and you're thinking about who's with your girl. When 3 guys will slide into your cell, wrap your ass up in that blanket, and I don't care how tough you think you are or how strong you might be. They're going to kick your ass over the side of that bed and do bodily harm to your asshole by sticking a dick in it.
Holy shit.
I don't think it's just getting hard.
I don't think the new version's going to talk like that.
I know.
No, I can't see that happening.
I think it's going to be a little different.
I can't see that happening in the new version.
That clip made me want to go to jail.
Yeah,
how fun to make friends.
Wrapped in a blanket with your bare asshole hanging over the edge of the bed.
Exactly.
Pounded.
You have the plausible deniability. There was 3 of them.
At least they keep you warm as they're violating your asshole.
Right.
That's nice. That's nice of them.
Wrap you in a blankie.
All wrapped nice in a blankie. The prisoner explains security in prison.
In the 10 years I've been here, I've seen it 1,000 times. You're going to walk around this joint or any joint you might be in, and you're going to find a guy that's real quiet. Nobody bothers him, and he don't bother nobody. He's got all the respect in the world. You're going to approach this guy and say, hey, my man, I got a very serious problem. Can you help me? And after you run it down to him, he's going to tell you, yeah. And it seems like 5 minutes after he say yeah, it's like somebody got on a PA system and told 1,300 wild maniacs not to bother you. And now you're telling yourself, hey, this guy was all right. He got all this pressure off of me. And nah, he ain't did nothing. The only thing this guy did was he told population that you are his property. You are his kid. And when you become somebody's kid in one of these joints, there's the things you gotta do. You gotta get up in the morning and get his coffee. You gotta clean his cell. You gotta wash his drawers and socks. And if he wants some head, you will give it to him. What? And if he want to fuck you in your ass, you'll let him. And if he want to sell you to another prisoner, he'll do that too.
Like marriage.
See, they're gonna put lipstick on your lips, earrings in your ear, and have you swishing your ass up and down these tears, hustling cigarettes for your man. And for you tough motherfuckers like you. See, when you entertain the thought of telling this guy, no, man, I ain't about that bullshit. I ain't gonna do it. Well, then the only thing you telling this guy is to take your life, clown. Because that's what he's gonna do.
Why isn't this program bigger?
Yeah.
Because who the fuck would get in trouble after hearing these guys?
They do. They all
like
went
trouble.
straight. All of them went straight except for one guy.
I understand the dumb little shit we all do, but why would you do the real shit after hearing this?
That one guy just wanted to get fucked in the ass so bad.
No, the one guy...
I got in trouble afterwards.
I stole something in the prison commissary and then turned myself in. But the one guy who said afterwards, he goes, I was there just to steal your equipment. He was like a real hardcore criminal, and he actually went to jail for like 10 years. Yeah. Or no, more than 10. He spent a lot of his life.
These guys should be going to the fucking schools. Yeah. Every school in America should have this program.
That first dude who yelled and knocked the cards out, his name is Willie.
Willie?
Yeah, he's out now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
But these guys were in for murder and stuff, weren't they?
A lot of them did 20 years, maybe more.
Oh, so they did their 20?
Yeah.
A prisoner disregards the kid's comfort.
Slide your goddamn ass back. Squeeze the fucking... I don't care if you uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable for 4 goddamn years. What the hell do I care about you being uncomfortable now? You got something in your head you want out? Because if you move your hand one more time, you ain't gonna have to worry about it, because I'm gonna kick that right off the top of your goddamn head. You understand that? See, because I don't like nothing in the first place, and I don't like you. You move one more goddamn time, and I'll bite your fucking nose off and spit it in your damn face. You understand that?
Oh, shit.
That go for yous, too. Because just as quick as I'll kick him in the goddamn ass, I'll do the same thing to you. Put no damn tears in your eyes. What the fuck I care about some tears? Shit.
That guy, I recognize his voice. He's out.
Yeah.
But then he went back. I think his name is Malik. He went back to jail. Like, that was the one who went back to jail, and his son was in jail with him. His son's doing 25 years, too.
Ah, that's cute.
Yes, that was bad news.
Yeah.
This is
it's more of the injustice that goes on in this country.
Yeah, we're listening to the clips of Scared Straight from 1978.
Yeah.
Because there's a new version that's coming out soon on, I guess, A&E.
Yes.
Prisoner quietly threatens a young man's life.
The police can make 1,000 mistakes.
I remember this guy.
You can only make one mistake and you're done. You understand? What, am I here to amuse you that you smile? Huh? Something's funny? Something's funny with you? Get this smile off your face, boy. You'll smile. Let me tell you something. I'll break your fucking nose off your head. You think somebody's going to stop me from going? Believe me, they won't. Because by the time they get here, it'll be too late. It'll be all over with. I got so much time they can't give me no more. You understand what I'm telling you? So when you sit there, you keep that smile off your face. Because I'm going to hurt you. All right? Don't make me hurt you. Please. I talk to you nice, right?
That's probably the most horrifying clip right there.
Yeah. Dominic, I believe he died of AIDS, that guy.
Oh,
I think he died of AIDS. Yes. I think so. Yeah, he was a white guy. He was
That's way more horrifying than the yelling and screaming.
Yeah.
Scared Straight.
God, Jimmy really knows this show.
I've seen it. It's been a long time, but I remember it. Because I loved it.
How did he get the AIDS?
I'm going to guess drugs.
I wouldn't think 3 guys.
Well, maybe
3 guys fucked him in the ass.
Maybe it was a combo platter.
See how cocky these kids
Drugs
are?
and
Listen to them talking shit.
Oh yeah.
Look at them talking shit. These guys.
Yeah.
There's no sound.
There's no sound.
They're just saying like, "Hey man," the black kid was going, "Hey, if he talks to me, I'm going to talk back." Like they're going to talk shit.
Oh really?
And then they show him being cowed.
Idiot with the
they
big
all shut the
on
fuck
his
up.
neck.
Half-blind prisoner throws the kid's shoes. This is what Cumia was talking about earlier.
Got one
I'm
eye.
going to tell you about the prison. But before I do, show me your shoes. Show me your shoes. Show me which ones are yours. Tell me. This one here? Which one is yours? Which, who?
Purple sneakers and the farm.
This here one right here?
You smiling at me again? I'll knock you in the motherfucking mouth with this shoe. You smiling at me? Well, knock it off. Close your mouth. Let me have it. I don't like none of you. This is how I think about it. Think a fuck about you. Nothing. Go home barefoot, you faggot. Everything I tell you today up here, I'm going to show it to you in black and white. I'm here for murder, kidnapping, robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy, breaking the dude's jaw, and breaking his fucking woman both her goddamn arms.
Jesus. I'm in for conspiracy.
Balls tight.
E-Rock fat. Fast forward to the next guy. Like to Danny the video. You can see the guy with the missing eye.
I don't like you.
Oh, there you
I
go.
don't like you.
Yeah.
You got one time to smile at me, I'm going to turn your teeth upside down. Do you understand me?
Oh.
I just got out the hole today, and I will turn your teeth upside down. Do you dig it? Yes. All right.
He's still
I'm going to
smiling.
tell you about the prison. But before I do, show me your shoe.
You should zip. We just heard this.
Show me your shoe.
Sorry, my love.
Yeah.
Look at him just holding him.
He just heaves him.
Go home barefoot, you faggot.
Faggot.
Everything I tell you today up here, I'm going to show it to you in black and white. I'm here for murder, kidnapping, robbery, armed robbery, conspiracy, breaking the dude's jaw, and breaking his fucking woman both her goddamn arms.
That's all?
But fuck what's happening to me. It's what's happening to juveniles we're concerned about.
Why do you
It's
care?
pretty bad what happens to young boys when they come in somebody's prison, ain't it? Ain't it? Yeah. Think that's bad? This is even better. Girls beaten and raped. 18 years old. She's been molested 11 times by other women in the prison.
All the girls have the Farrah Fawcett flip.
Yeah. Like her?
She must have been hot.
Yeah.
They talk about getting tough on juveniles. Short. Bring it back. Dig. Get the fuck out of here. Get up and get off the stage for I kill you. Get your shoes and get the fuck out of here. Right now.
You know he means it in this case.
Why, slap your
Other people say that like, shut the fuck up.
I'll slap your hair off.
Slap the hair off
They
your
talk
head.
about getting tough on juveniles. They say if you commit a crime like an adult, they're going to send you to an adult prison. But you don't care, man. You don't care. You want to be here with me. You want to be in the cell next to me.
I don't think so.
See, we know all about juveniles. How do we know? We was juveniles one time ourselves. Everything that you're doing now, we done did it. We didn't get away with nothing. We're here. So what makes you think you're going to get away with it? Tell me.
I get to walk out the front door.
Listen to our name and the time that we're doing. Listen to it. Give me some names over there in time.
5-5-3-7-2, 30 years.
56-083, double life. 52-149, life. 56-090, 37 years. 5125B, 30 years.
54-936, life, and from motherfucking now on. Now who know what now on means?
He got out, right?
He did,
Somebody
yeah.
tell me.
All right, so.
Yeah, all right, very good.
Now, till the day you die, no, you get out because the system sucks.
I love that
dick.
guy, though. He's great.
He looks like a problem.
Well, he tells me what happened to his fucking eye.
I think we got that clip coming up. Prisoner explains his injuries.
54-936, life, and from motherfucking now on. Now who know what now on means? From now on. Somebody tell me. Forever till the day I die. That means I'm never going to hit the street no more. See, I was like you when I came to prison, man. I was wild. Nobody couldn't tell me a motherfucking thing. I didn't want to hear it. But you know how they showed me? By taking my motherfucking eye right out of my head. Look. You see it? Stabbed me all up in the front and in the motherfucking back. How motherfucking tough could I have been? Tell me. See, you got that fucked up attitude. You want to be like me.
Well.
And the first, sit up, man. Sit up.
Did they really take his eye?
Yeah,
Was
I
it
think
just-
so. He's all stabbed up in this. He
Jeez.
lifts up his shirt, and I think he's all.
Yeah, he must have been a punk-ass motherfucker.
Yeah, he was
all
a-
he can do is yell at fucking school kids. Shut up.
He's when he gets out though, he's a fucking Decent citizen. You can see with his family. He's like, oh,
Really?
I'm never going back. Oh, he's old. Yeah, he's fucking.
Oh,
he
God,
did at least 20 years.
That's great.
I want to see what these guys look like now.
They show him.
It's online, so we're.
But they say they helped a lot of people. I mean,
of course,
this original group helped a lot of fucking people.
Of course, a prisoner, and they did this program more than just for the show, right?
Yeah, they think they had been doing this before the show.
For a while, and then they finally filmed it. Finally, one more clip from Scared Straight 1978. A prisoner explains obtaining property in prison.
Oh, yeah.
Come here. Pretty big dude, ain't you?
6 foot.
6 foot. Yeah, that's it. You got your best shot, man. One punch. Punch me in my face. Then it's my turn. Now punch.
You kill me.
Motherfucker, punch. Go ahead.
You? I think I hit you. You kill me.
Huh?
You'll kill me.
Yeah, you need protection, don't you?
Yeah.
Come here. Anybody gonna bother you, stay with me. Grab that.
Oh, boy.
Grab it, motherfucker, grab it!
Makes him grab his belt
This
loop.
is mine now. This kind of shit here going all day in the motherfucking prison and shit. A young, dumb motherfucker that can't make it. So he needs somebody to take care of him. You got any cigarettes? Anybody got a cigarette? He just bought this. I can do bad by my motherfucking self. Go over there with him. You belong to him now. His motherfucking manhood, man, just been tested. And he failed. Because he should have punched my motherfucking head off. That's what he should have did, but he didn't. Now he belongs to somebody else.
Oh, shit.
See, he
Is that bad?
Should have punched his head.
Yeah, when somebody...
Is that bad?
To grab the man's belt loop is probably a sign of weakness.
Yeah, and be led around and then sold for a cigarette.
That's just what I'd be doing, trying to keep my funny face on.
Your funny face.
But then that guy has someone to talk to about the Jets-Colts game. They could kind
You
of
think that's
have a
it?
little banter and talk now.
I don't think he'll be talking. I think his mouth is full of lot.
Grabo kid from North Dakota. Until forever? Wow.
That's so long.
Does anybody know how long that is?
Till the sun goes away? Oh, no.
Fuck. You know what? I don't want to watch the new Scared Straight now.
It's going to be fucking
awful compared to the original.
Especially since it's cable and they can say whatever they want, but now they won't.
Yeah.
It's got to be PC even in prison.
Yeah.
I do love one guy from the 20 Year Later special. I told you the guy who's just yelling in someone's face and you know his breath is horrible.
Oh, God, really?
Spit's flying out, yeah. It's great. I'd love to yell at somebody like that. Just once I want to yell at my girlfriend like that.
Inmate Nagel?
I was like you before I came to prison. I fit in my clothes. I knew when to say no for dessert.
I know.
Why?
It's just always.
We're going to talk about Huckleberry Finn after the break.
Oh.
Before AJ from Deadspin.com comes in.
You're not allowed to say certain things
Sports
anymore.
blog, no. Sports blog guy who does a very good job. But before that, Danny, the Rick Astley thing. The Rick roll?
Yeah.
Rick Astley.
Astley. Yeah, I've always fucked that up. Rick Astley. Thank you.
Rick Astley.
What is this about? It's the
well,
I remember the Metallica guy who took like just the vocals and made it into a cool jazz
yeah,
song.
like a jazzy Enter Sandman. It's the same
Remember
guy.
that? We played it on a show a few times.
He does this a bunch, I guess, and he puts all these videos up on YouTube. So I kind of forgot about him, and then I remembered, and I found some stuff on, I think it was Fark or wherever it was today. And I think it's just some of his latest stuff. He did a death metal Rick roll, Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. And if anybody's interested after that, there's more.
Hey, and speaking of weird shit like this, you know that Hyundai commercial we were beating up yesterday? We're so fucking sick of it. From the hipsters from San Francisco, Pamplemousse or whatever they're called. One of the guys did a version of Nutcracker Suite. Now I fucking love the guy. It's online, and it did just stupid views. Someone turned me onto it on Twitter.
What does Nutcracker Suite sound like regular?
Can you find it possibly really fast?
I'll do it.
I know we're off-roading, but... He's nailing it. He just fucking nailed it. How do we find this? Fuck. Yeah, it's the other guy from. It
should be on his.
Fuck.
On their YouTube site.
Let me find this. Yeah, his name's Jack Conte. Put in Jack Conte. We got it. Right. Dance of the... Yeah, there it is. Dance of the Sugar Plum...
Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy?
Maybe that's different.
Oh, is that why... You know what British singers do? And I've heard the Beatles doing this. They go Sugar Plum Fairy, Sugar Plum Fairy. Is that where this is from?
Really?
No?
Listen to this version of this song.
Tchaikovsky is rolling over in his grave yet again.
It's one guy, by the way.
I did this in my band.
That's it.
How does he play all his instruments at once?
He's magic.
This guy's busy.
That's the dude that's in that commercial with the chick.
Yeah.
With the fucking dead eyes.
The wacky chick that doesn't look at the camera.
Right, Jack Conte. If you're looking online, Conte. All right, hey, so the Rick Astley thing.
Yeah.
So the Metallica dude that did the cool jazz version.
Yeah, he did
Hetfield's
a medley version with again with the original vocals from Rick Astley. And again, this just like this guy, it's all the same guy. One guy does everything. So it's kind of interesting to listen to.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this wrong any other
Going to be talking to AJ from Deadspin.com. He knows a lot more about sports than I do, but I certainly love talking sports. And with the Brett Favre massage story popping, maybe he's got a little info on that. He did break the Jen Sturger thing on his website, Deadspin.com. Is he here yet, Roland?
He's here.
Hey, grab that mic, Roland. Derek came running in here during the break.
Uh-huh.
And we just played a lot of clips from Scared Straight from 1978. It was horrifying.
Mm-hmm. We all have rods.
It was horrifying. And Derek thought, why not make it even more horrifying by having you read a transcript from Scared Straight 1978?
Yes. 1978 Scared Straight. One of the convicts, I guess, is...
yes, this would be the convict that was explaining prison love.
Oh, well, of course.
We all got a copy in front of us.
That would be the greatest clip ever.
It sure was. So, Roland has a way of making things even scarier. There's your music, Roland.
All right. Hey, I know you guys have sexual desires, right? Well, you got sexual desires too. You a tough guy? Take a wild guess. When we got sexual desires, who do you think we get? Well, I'll tell you. We get young, dumb motherfuckers just like you. I got to tell you, I haven't been out in 10 years, and I'm gonna die in this stinking joint. And if they were to give me these 3 bitches right here, I'll leap over them like a kangaroo. Just to give them one pretty young, fat butt boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
It's a way of life in this joint. One day you are lying in your blanket and your mind is drifting over those 30-foot walls. You are thinking about those who are with... Oh, what? With your girl. Prison people make no sense. Well, 3 guys will slide into your cell, wrap your hands up in the blanket, and I don't care how tough you think you are or how strong you might be, they are going to kick your ass over the side of the bed and do bodily harm to your asshole. And stick a dick in you.
See, Roland has a way of making things more horrifying. Do you get it?
Sticking a dick in you. Somehow the giggling took away a little bit of the horror and nightmare.
Oh, really?
Of prison.
I thought
made me feel like I wanted to go.
How about the first word of that when you're trying to be intimidating and he's just like, hey.
This is a good lesson for kids.
Sure is, Uncle Paul. It sure is. Kite and balls, right?
Stick a dick in it.
Where's AJ?
I go get him.
Is he a cool guy?
Yeah, very nice.
All right, Deadspin.com. Should check it out if you like sports.
Yeah.
Certainly knows more about sports than this program, but we try.
Well,
Colts are going to get their asses kicked. I know that much. That I know, Anthony. I don't know much, but I know that.
A sure loss for the Jets.
Why would you say that? I picked the Penguins to win the Winter Classic.
Did you?
Yeah.
Winter Classic.
You didn't watch the outdoor hockey?
No.
Why? That's the only time you should watch. 70,000 fucking people losing their minds when a goal was scored.
I'm not going to...
and by the way, the Penguins got their ass kicked.
I wasn't going to...
of course I picked the wrong team again. Of course.
Hey, did I hear correctly, though, on the drive-in that the Islanders are on a little bit of a winning...
Yeah, they're winning like crazy.
Now that there's,
well,
no chance.
And they're trading everybody. Wisniewski, blowjob gesture guy.
Right.
He was my favorite because he went right to Avery and said, "Fuck you, you suck dick."
Yeah.
And the NHL sort of like slapped Wisniewski with a little fine. I love that guy. They traded him to fucking Travis's dirty Canadians.
Oh, those horrible Canadians.
That's a great pickup by the Canadians. I know that much about sports.
His Habs.
And then they. But the reason I figured it out, and maybe, hey, AJ, welcome to the show.
AJ.
This might be a question for you. You know about hockey?
Nah. Nothing.
Fuck hockey. Well, fuck you then.
Sorry.
No, fuck hockey.
Absolutely sorry.
And then they got rid of Rolson, who's a 41-year-old goalie. They traded him to Tampa.
Wasn't he standing on his head a lot?
Pretty much for a 41-year-old. And then Rick DiPietro got a hip injury yesterday, but with all this going on, the Islanders have some weird fucking crazy winning streak going on. Yes. So with that, we say hi to AJ from Deadspin.com.
How's it going?
Good. We've just been fucking hanging around here doing pretty much nothing all morning.
Excellent.
I'm a fan of your site, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And TedWilliamsHead.com is a big fan of your site, too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I think he tried to work for you and then realized he can't, so he's doing his own thing.
Oh, really?
But he loves Deadspin.com as well. And you guys were the ones that broke the Brett Favre Jen Sturger story, so people know, right?
Yeah.
Huge story.
How the fuck did you break that?
Story.
I had a conversation with Jen last February, and she told me the story and told me not to say anything about it. And then I sat on it for a little while, but then proceeded to talk to other people who may or may not have known about it, and they verified everything is true. And I decided to go ahead with it anyway last August, just to put it out there because it seemed like at this point Jen had told a lot of people.
She didn't tell us because Ann was too busy flirting with her.
I heard you guys had her on. Yeah.
Damn it. We could have got some scoop.
What was she plugging? The Daily Line at the time? Is that what it was?
She was plugging the dumb show on Versus.
The Versus show.
It went nowhere.
I'm sure it's a terrific show, though. She's a talent to be reckoned with.
I think the show got it.
Hey,
I mean, did you think she was nice?
I don't mind.
I mean, she seemed nice on the phone when I
she's beautiful, but I got a weird vibe from her.
What was the weird vibe?
I didn't like her.
Why?
She didn't come across likable.
Really?
To me. Ann loved her.
I completely didn't get that.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
I thought she was nice.
I thought
she was okay.
I thought she was nice and hot as fuck.
Hot as fuck.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah, I get mixed reviews on that too. I mean,
really?
Yeah. I mean, just from
she's definitely hot. I can't fucking
I'm
deny
sure.
that.
I don't have any doubt about it. But I mean, I think you know how when people get scrutinized a little closer.
Well, it is kind of, they have been looking at her very closely.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought I got an email sent around to Sirius with her photo in it that was supposedly sent around your office, right? I mean.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wow. What
really?
photo is this?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, what was it?
No, it was Jen in action with some dude, or somebody that looked like her. But it said it came from you guys. I mean, that's what the email
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Wait, what is this about? I'm very confused.
Nothing
she was
at all.
Kissing a dude?
Kissing.
Kissing?
Kissing.
Well, probably more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was happening in Sirius?
It was.
But you guys never posted the picture?
No, never posted the picture. But
I
just got it like 2 days ago, and then it was supposedly sent around the Sirius XM offices.
So, did you get lucky after the interview and you're not telling us?
No, I swear.
Well, then it's got to be in someone's corporate email.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll forward it to you later, and then you can say if you had got it.
And we're not sure it was her.
Yeah.
But are you talking about the photos of her felching me?
She's not felching you.
No. She wanted no part of me.
Felching. Where'd you wind up getting photos and all that fun stuff?
It was a third-party source.
Third-party source?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to reveal who that person was.
I would never ask you to reveal your sources, sir.
That's fine, yeah.
But, I mean, was it just somebody that said, hey, you want these?
Yeah, pretty
Really?
much. I mean, that was kind of the goal of going ahead with it anyway, because I knew that there were other people out there who she had at least, may have forwarded it to at some point.
Yeah.
And,
did you get a little nervous? Like, oh fuck, if this isn't a ham, I don't want to go to court.
No, I mean, we had 5 months to kind of work on that, and the story had made the round so much that people were already kind of there was enough circumstantial evidence. I'd heard the voicemails before. Everything kind of matched up as far as we're concerned that it was good to go. So, yeah, I felt pretty confident going into it.
Is there any material that you have that you hadn't printed or haven't printed yet? Or
in regards to that, or just anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a lot, yeah. Actually,
yeah?
But we just...
Anything surprising?
No, there's nothing really that surprising. I mean, there was a lot of people from Green Bay who were kind of, these bitter Packers fans at this point who were just unloading every single Brett Favre story.
Here you go.
Yeah.
What was going on before the dick pictures were sent?
Mm-hmm.
Like, was there a lot of texts that he had sent? Because we've been kind of hashing it about how long you carry on a text discussion before you start sending parts of your body.
Before you go to the next level.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Brett Favre's not unique in that situation where he steps on that gas pedal a little quicker than I think you or I would. And there's a lot of athletes that just tend to go right there.
It's like,
after they meet somebody maybe like one night.
Don't you think that Brett Favre thought it was time to send the dick picture, though?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look,
that's what confuses me. It seems like there was some kind of relationship going on. I use that word very loosely, but where he felt like, okay, I'm going to bump this up to a cockpit.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was some back and forth that gave him the impression that she was interested in something.
But that's what AJ's saying. It's kind of like, the sports guy's kind of a little quicker on the draw.
But I understand what you're saying, but he did think something. He didn't lose his mind and go, I just got to send a dick picture out.
That's the thing also. I mean, it could be that just because, I mean, a lot of these athletes have, gotten everything they wanted since a young age.
Right.
And, just go right ahead and go to places that I don't think, you or I wouldn't.
Was there any of her text messages to him?
We haven't seen any of those yet. But, I mean, I'm pretty positive that whatever she said back to him, she didn't say capital N, capital O at some point. I would assume that there was some kind of back and forth.
That's what bothers me. You only get the one side of all this shit all the time.
Right.
What did she send out?
Maybe no pictures, but maybe she LOL'd or something. Where
someone might go, now I understand why Brett Favre thought he could send.
There was a guy working for the Jets that was acting as kind of a liaison the whole entire time. So I mean, whatever kind of conversation she was having with him,
he's a dirty boy.
Yeah, whomever gave him, the go-ahead at that point. I mean,
did you have to pay for the photos?
Yeah.
How much were they?
$12,000.
That's actually not that bad.
No,
that's easy.
No, it worked out.
Oh yeah, I did actually hear that.
I will usually wait until I get the text with at least 5 or 6 M's and an exclamation point.
Yes, that means she's retarded. Young Frankenstein is you made the yummy sound.
The yummy sound.
Wow,
yes.
Fuck, that was a huge scoop for you there, AJ.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah,
continues to this day. Do you think she was really bothered by the picture? What you know, because it seems like you know more than what they were reporting.
Well, I mean, in terms of bothered, do I feel like I don't think she thought she was a victim. Let's put it that way. I don't think there was any.
Right.
I don't know about the legal precedence of this. I mean, I'm not an attorney, but it's in my impressions when talking to her, she was definitely kind of put off by the whole entire thing, but put off by the thing because he was Brett Favre, and she had the same impression as I think most football fans do, and was a little disappointed that he was going to that level with her a little quickly.
But she also saw that this could get her name out there a little bit more. No,
I really don't think this was her being careerist. I mean, she's done stuff like that before. I mean, she's already done Maxim, Playboy well before all that stuff.
This goes way above that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, again, she did not necessarily give me. I mean, we were talking about this last February, and we were talking about, okay, well, why don't you come in, show us the pictures, show us the voicemails, and we'll try to keep your name out of it. And she, went back and forth a little bit on that, hesitated about that, and then was kind of concerned about what is this going to do for her versus the Daily Line.
Yeah.
She'd just gotten that show.
Gotcha.
All right. What are you working on now? I hear something about some Ryder Cup guy. What is this?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. I mean, ever since Brett Favre happened, we've been getting offers for
cockpits.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Your
nonstop.
cockpick website.
Yeah, exactly. And,
you want them from Jim Norton?
We've all seen Jimmy's cockpit. It's pretty way more impressive than the Brett Favre display.
Right.
I find this girl, honestly, I don't know Jen, we interviewed her once.
Yeah.
But I really hate her, and I know I shouldn't, because there's probably more to it. But a girl who, not that a girl who takes those photos should be harassed.
Right.
But anybody in that world, don't act like you don't understand the effect you have on people, and don't pretend that you don't use that to your. She'd be dumb to not use that to her advantage. She's a beautiful girl with a great body. So I don't believe that Brett Favre just went, hi, cockpit.
Of course
I don't believe anybody does that.
Of course not.
Yeah. And I mean,
with you.
My big thing was after all this had happened, if she did feel, and because I think the person that she felt violated by the most was us going ahead with that without her complete 100% permission to do this. But if that were the case,
but then why is she? Sorry to interrupt. Then why is she passing the photo around?
Exactly.
Did she pass it around?
She had complete control of this thing.
And there were plenty of people who had heard their voicemail, seen those photos, and
you did not get the photo from her, right?
No, not at all.
So she sent it to somebody else. They gave it to you guys. Whether she did that, hoping that you would end up having it.
Yeah.
Or maybe they had access to her phone. Somebody may have had access to her phone or computer,
or maybe
too.
he sent the dick pic to somebody else also. Sometimes you get a good angle, you save it so you could ship it out a few times.
That wasn't a very good angle.
It was horrible.
No, I mean, maybe for him it was.
Yeah. Looked like a nail he just pulled out.
We're all in agreement that the penis looked sad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not a good one.
Huh. Yeah, what's the Ryder Cup guy about? It's on your page today, right?
Yesterday afternoon, somebody had sent and offered a picture of a Ryder Cup captain from the last few years, and I don't follow golf that much.
Well, what's his name? I know golf.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's choices between Paul Azinger and Corey Pavin. Tom Watson, possibly.
Well, Watson's an old guy. You would know if it's an old cock,
Brett Favre's an old guy, too,
Watson's 60, 61 maybe at this point.
Maybe. You never know.
Okay.
Nothing surprises me.
So it's one of those guys, is what this person is saying?
Yeah, and he had offered it up and said, how much would something like this cost? I gave him a price of around $221 just off the top of my head. And he said, it's not going to be enough, and I said 242, and it just went back and forth, and then I haven't heard from him since.
Obviously, there's no face in the picture.
Yeah, I mean, I think he said something along the lines you could tell who it is, and I don't know if that really gives any clues.
Who was sent this picture?
Well, it's black. We know who it is.
He said it was a friend of his who was a girl who this person was trying to pick up one night, and again went straight to the naked pic. Fairly soon after,
do you think in a way though, and I understand it's competitive and online and stuff, but it's in a way, who cares if these guys are sending dick pictures to? Isn't it kind of like a vulture mentality? We're just this country of gotcha. It's like we just live to catch each other doing shit like this. It's like if he's sending his dick picture, I don't understand the attraction or the appeal of it. I don't know why we give a fuck. The collective we. Why do we care?
Did the Tiger Woods thing turn it all around, you think? Because there seemed to be some unwritten code between the athletes and who they were cheating with, where they just kept it all on the QT, as we like to say. And then all of a sudden now it seems very into now. De
La Hoya.
Talk.
Look what happened with De La Hoya.
Did it start with him, you think?
I don't know if it started with him, but don't forget in the last few years...
Because these guys have been doing this since the start of fucking sports.
But technology and stealing images and capturing things.
So the technology caught up, and also some of these...
snail mailing Polaroids of your dick.
Right.
To some fan that wrote you.
Right. But now, I think Tiger Woods completely had an impact on that. And
which now all these women are thinking, hey, I could fucking get my face out there. And maybe a payday, right?
Yeah, and I don't even know if it's necessarily a payday, but I mean, I think a lot of the times it's more these women are a little just stunned at just, how reckless these guys are. And these are guys that they, seemingly know, and then take it to another level, which makes them feel uncomfortable. And then for some reason they feel like this is something that they shouldn't be doing. But, I mean, we're trying to kind of, I think at this point, just at least move away from it in some way, just because I don't know what else we can possibly do to top Brett Favre.
What is this? What is the value? And again, if you didn't do it, somebody else would have. It's not an attack on you, because I understand that.
No problem.
But my question is, what is the where is the story? Brett Favre said
it's on the news right there.
Oh, dude, of course it's going to be all over.
Yeah.
Well, this is the massage.
But what is it?
Yeah.
The guy sent his dick picture to somebody else. Who gives a fuck?
Well, I mean, I think the part that kind of separated from normal dick photo sending to me was the fact that there was somebody in the Jets organization that was actually acting as almost like his pimp. And that's something where, I mean, if you go into traditional journalism, that makes it a larger story than just something a little more salacious.
You're not surprised by that, are you?
No, but at the same time...
I would assume every team has one of those guys.
I'm absolutely sure of that. But at the same time, it's just the Jets...
Yeah, we could have made some money. Me and Ann could have made money.
Jets were really bad at this stuff.
We've told the story many times, but there was we don't say his name anymore, but there was a Boston Celtics player that got all his voicemails.
Nice.
Yeah, we were able to call up his phone and just like beep, 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 put in
because there was a disgruntled cell phone guy that said, "Hey, you want something cool?" And he gave us all
get
the
all
codes.
his bitches from around the country whenever he was in a certain city.
And there was a time we would play his latest phone voicemails on our show almost every day, and no one was stopping us.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, it was great.
I think we might have bleeped his name out back then.
Yeah, we did.
But he had bitches all over the country, every fucking city, and they all thought they were the only one in their head. I see you coming to L.A.
Yeah.
I see you coming to Houston.
I mean, retired athletes, same way.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. I mean, it's an absolute culture that I don't think normal people can understand.
What's the story here with the Rex Ryan, the wife, the feet?
Yeah, you guys broke that too, right?
What's going on?
I don't know if you can. They broke that. We didn't break that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about this. I mean, it was just not like a sex tape locked in their closet. I mean, they had, foot shit all over the most popular website on the planet at YouTube. And
now, why is there a why to this?
It seems completely dumb. I mean, we happen to have a foot fetishist. I don't know if that's the proper term for it, but he's a reader of our site and a football fan, and then was also following My Pretty Feet for apparently a long period of time. And, once Rex Ryan got the Jets job, she started popping up a little bit, and he put two and two together. And it turned out, I mean, she had all her personal info on this site as well, which was like, there was no disguising it. I mean, she had her face out there. It wasn't just her feet.
Yeah.
And it was not safe cracking. I mean, we did, kind of just matched up her birthday to everything that was on the site. She kept them all legit the whole time.
That's a little different because they're actually in a public forum, and that's a bit different than Mel Gibson's phone calls or Brett Favre's
definitely.
But what's fucked up, they didn't want to hide what they were up to.
No, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, they were looking for an audience. I mean, she had a lot of
fans.
And
Rex Ryan was cool about it.
Absolutely. And it turns out that, I mean, that he was participating in a lot of these things. I mean, there was...
You think they're swingers?
Yeah, I totally think they are. I totally think they are.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt at this point. I mean, that was the thing where it kind of separated. It went from weird and him role-playing with their feet and pretending he's a cop or whatever that video was.
Whatever that was.
And then just after that, everybody that was on that alt.com website where they were supposedly members started sending all this crazy shit. That was just, something that I didn't really feel comfortable going there at this point. Because, I mean, right then it was just like, okay, I don't want to watch Mrs. Ryan get her feet sniffed by some random black dude. Because that's what the photos were. And
that was it. Just an odd thing to want to have out there.
But, I mean, they seem like a very happily married couple, and I mean, if that keeps it together for them, good for them. So.
We love to stare at people's private shit. And then all you do is get phone calls about people who complain about airport security. My rights, my private. We don't give a fuck about anybody's privacy but our own. It's a bizarre. And believe me, I've sent out pictures of my dick to so many. So I'm not being holier than I am a pervert. Like, I know I've left myself open if I was an athlete. I just don't understand the appeal or the attraction to it that people have. None of us ever step back and go, nah, you know what? That would humiliate me. It will probably humiliate them. I shouldn't.
I mean, I think a lot of people feel like they're being hypocritical to what their public persona is supposed to be. I mean, a lot of these guys with these huge endorsement deals and present themselves as, family-oriented, really good guys. And then when they do something like this, it's a crushing blow to a lot of people.
Which would be true if all of the people making the snap judgments weren't hypocrites themselves.
Right.
It's like if all of the people who worked at the companies that are worried about losing their consumer base, or all of us in the public, we're all doing it. Like, that's what bothers me. It's not like we're all good and Brett Favre's a piece of shit.
Right.
We're all dirtbags, and we act like we're not.
Yeah,
we act like we're not. I don't get it. I don't get this fucking morbid attraction. And if I decide, I would probably put it out there. I'm not being holier than thou. I'm a weak man.
Right.
Hey, no, it's true. That's what the story is. Yeah.
But we never think that would humiliate me. I shouldn't do it. None of us ever think that.
Right.
We're talking to AJ from Deadspin.com. Now, what's the website about for the people that don't know, the newbies?
Deadspin is, the best way to describe it is probably alternative sports news and gossip. We do a little bit of we don't really do game stories. I mean, and we cover a lot of.
Hence why you didn't know about hockey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't.
But yeah, and that's pretty much what it is. I mean, and we have dick photos and that much more. I mean, so.
How'd you get started? Was it you had sites before?
Not really. No, I started in the newspaper industry, and I was just a freelance writer, and then started working for Gawker, who owns Deadspin, around 5 years ago.
Okay. Gawker, yeah. I know about that one. Yeah. And then just kind of got lucky with this one. A couple of good hits as far as stories go.
Yeah, I mean, it was going well before, and then something like this, I mean, you really have no control over. I mean, this is, one story turns into a cultural phenomenon that lasts 4 months. I mean, it's not going to happen again.
Able to monetize this thing?
Not really.
No?
No.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, I mean...
Labor of love, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. What are you working on now?
We always...
What's on the site right now?
I have no idea. I haven't seen the site this morning, so
it's just like whatever. I'm doing radio.
Are you Dave Thomas? You don't actually make the burgers.
Jim Cook.
Jim Cook didn't know shit about beer.
He knows about beer. He was just
he did.
I don't think he was pawing through the books over there.
No, not at all. He's too busy going on vacations and taking shock jocks with him. Too inside. Sorry, AJ.
No problem.
No, what's some of the big things you guys are working on?
I mean, we've been working on this story for around a year and a half, where we were trying to figure out actually how Magic Johnson got AIDS. Because, I mean, there's, we had...
I'll get two guesses. It was probably one of two ways. I mean, a needle or a dick. It had to be, right?
Well, I mean, like the big rumor that's out there was the fact that apparently Magic Johnson and Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy used to go to these tranny parties at Eddie Murphy's house. And
God, I wish I knew Eddie Murphy back then. What great fun they would have had.
Yeah, and apparently there was something that happened along those lines, and there's certain other Lakers players who are been sworn to silence and about what exactly happened.
Oh.
But I mean that's something that's been out there for a while, and we're trying to just track down some people who are actually at the party or may have seen, I don't know, Magic have sex with a transsexual at some point.
Sure.
But I think that's it's one of those things that I think is a good story for us in the sense that this is that's a story that pretty much made heterosexual men kind of fear for their life afterwards.
Yeah.
And if it's something that it actually wasn't, I mean that's something that should be out there.
Are you saying that sex with a tranny isn't heterosexual? I have to take issue.
Yeah, Jimmy definitely has to take issue with that one. AJ.
Yeah, I don't want to see the tranny community bashed.
Do you really think heterosexual men really thought that he got it from heterosexual sex, though?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I
heard that, I'm like, all right, Magic's doing something.
No,
my humble opinion. I'm like, all right, what
shenanigans.
Yeah, what is he doing? I never thought that he got it from a woman.
No,
ever.
It scared the crap out of me.
Really?
I was 16 at the time.
And I was young, too, because that goes way back at this point.
Yeah,
I didn't think twice about it. I said, this guy's up to something, whether it's drugs or a little fucking...
I think it was obviously not the same media landscape as it was now, but remember, this is something like, the president got behind. I mean, there was something that Magic Johnson was basically now the new face of AIDS, and was supposed to be out there to prove that
All I'm saying is I didn't buy into any of that shit.
All right, well, good for you. I was naive.
Did you buy into it, Jimmy? Ant?
I figured he was doing something, but I would have thought more needles. But, again, nothing surprises me. If he was taking it in the ass, it doesn't surprise me. If he had a cut on his dick and fucked a hooker who had it, none of it would have surprised me.
I just thought he was fucking a lot of women.
So you thought he could have got it from
I thought he was fucking a lot of women and got it that way. Maybe some women of, questionable
But he has
ethics.
He has that thing when he talks, though. You think, if I heard that Magic like dick as well as... It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it wouldn't...
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when he talks, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I can see that.
On the DL, you think?
Yeah.
It happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at Isaiah Thomas. There's a picture of Magic kissing him.
Didn't Isaiah not want to play with him because of the AIDS in the U.S.?
That's Karl Malone.
Oh, is that Malone?
Yeah.
Was it Malone?
Yeah.
Well, he looks like shit now. He looks worse than Magic Johnson.
He does.
And he played a lot longer than Magic Johnson did.
That's true.
They just, there was a commercial that was on TV just very recently.
Right, where he's all fat. Right.
Fucking looks horrendous. I don't know if Danny can find it. I can't believe it's the same guy. And Magic looks like he could play still. So who won that battle?
Well, I wouldn't worry about Magic putting on a lot of weight.
Kept his weight pretty much the same, though.
He ballooned up. He bulked up 20 pounds.
Yeah, I think he's actually gained weight since the AIDS.
Yeah. I heard he stopped taking his medication, like thinking he was cured, and then it started to progress again. Then he had to keep taking the medicine.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
That's what I heard. Like he's fine as long as he takes the cocktail or whatever it is.
Please ask about Don Mattingly's ex-wife.
Okay.
That's a question for you, AJ. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means something. Maybe it means nothing.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what's that referencing to. I mean, what happened to Don Mattingly?
Can the guy? What does he want? What? Ask what about her? Is she from Indiana too?
Yeah.
What do we ask?
All right, it's another dead end.
Yeah.
No surprise here. Well, wow. Okay.
What about what other sports story? Who's that boxer that was yelling at his security guy at the at his housing complex?
Mayweather, probably.
Oh, that was Mayweather.
Yeah. Did you see that clip? It's like, let me in my fucking house. Let me in my fucking house.
Yeah, he's had a rough year, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. I guess it was, he's in a gated community.
And they wouldn't let him in?
And they wouldn't let him in, and he was a little pissed off because I guess there's a family in the same community that he saw go in without any question whatsoever. He may have thought race came into play.
Did he have a domestic violence incident too, or some kind of domestic incident?
I think
I
so.
think he punched the security guard at that
It was
same
a security
gatehouse.
guard, but I think there was something with a girlfriend, baby mama type situation a little before that. Yeah. But,
oopsie.
So, I mean, what do you guys think is going to happen if the Jets actually make the Super Bowl? I mean, that's going to be the most awkward pregame telecast ever.
Why?
Because they're going to have to bring up all this shit that happened to them this year.
They just don't, though.
What do you mean they just don't?
The sports announcers make believe none of this shit is going on.
If they
do talk about it,
if they make the Super Bowl, if the Jets make the Super Bowl.
More importantly, if Michael Vick makes the Super Bowl, that's a much bigger fucking story.
Okay, no, but they've done.
What about the advertisers? Like, oh fuck, now we're advertising the Super Bowl when this guy did what he did.
They're telling me everything that's happened with the Jets in terms of being a public relations nightmare this year is not going to be brought up. I mean, there's like
I'm a big Jets fan, and they barely talk about this stuff. Barely, and it's very vague. They're scared.
Who?
Just the announcers in general.
Well, I mean, not the. I'm saying if they're going to have a big, huge Super Bowl build-up where they're going to have sit-downs with the coach, have sit-downs with the owner. This is the type of stuff that is you can't ignore. I mean, they're going to talk about their season, and they're going to talk about what happened at the beginning of the season, what happened with Inez Sainz, what happened with the strength coach tripping the guy on the sidelines. What happened with Brett Favre? What happened with? I mean, this is.
They'll certainly talk about the tripping incident.
What happened?
But
with
the other stuff,
you and your wife's feet.
They'll have softball questions.
Yeah, they'll try to mention it.
They really will.
They feel too silly when the guy goes, "That's a personal matter."
Yeah,
it's almost like that's a dead end for those guys because they would have to just go, "I know it's a personal matter, but I want to talk about it." Players and coaches get out of shit like that because the announcer looks petty and stupid if he harps on something that's non-sports oriented.
Well, I mean, anything family oriented is technically a personal matter. I mean, they'll talk about the good stuff. I mean,
I agree.
Mean, they'll show his wife flipping eggs or something like that in her home.
Yeah,
so
to answer
why wouldn't they talk about her fucking feet?
They probably will try to bring it up, but it will go nowhere.
Yeah,
is your answer. Unfortunately.
For the same reason those reporters don't give any information about themselves.
Yeah,
none of those sports announcers would talk about their wife's pussy or feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love it if they asked Rex Ryan, he goes, tell me something about your wife, and I'll tell you about mine. And the guy did. Yeah. How great would that be?
They trade stories.
That'd be phenomenal.
I just wonder if advertisers will advertise with the Super Bowl if Michael Vick makes it.
Fuck yeah.
Because that's really confusing for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that still are not over the Michael Vick thing.
But
I understand
a lot
their
of those
point.
people aren't sports fans. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
But
that's
now you got them playing in the Super Bowl, which is they try to make into this wholesome family event now, and you got the dog killer
apology special, and it'll be fine. Have you already done it every single time he's played on?
And he's paid his debt.
He went to jail.
No, I agree with all that, but there's a lot of people that certainly aren't over it, and the corporate guys, I think they gotta They got a little situation there.
If Roman Polanski was playing, they'd advertise. There's just too many fucking people watching.
Too many people in it. Which shows how hypocritical those assholes are.
They are all jizzbags. And it's like, I kind of like, I want to know about these stories in a way. And then a part of me is like, you know what? The reporters and those people offer nothing about them. It's almost like if you're not giving full disclosure about yourself, don't fucking expect it from everybody else.
Yeah.
If you're giving it about yourself, then you can ask anybody whatever you want.
Right.
But it's these guys that fucking are closed off about their own lives and would feel violated if anything about their wife was brought up. Those are the guys that are kind of irritating.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys talk about the Brock Lesnar Undertaker thing?
No. Not at all.
You didn't get any inside scoop on that?
I don't think so.
People still sort of trying to figure out, the details on that one.
Whether or not it's going to happen, or...
No, the Undertaker, trash talking Brock after he lost.
That's like too much wrestling shit. Who cares?
Yeah, but it's supposedly not wrestling shit.
Yeah, but it's not like
story there.
He ain't going to fight Brock Lesnar. He's an old man.
Yeah.
So it like falls into that whole wrestling hype shit.
Yeah, right
that our own Sam loves so much, like it's real.
Well, AJ, thanks for stopping by.
You're quite welcome.
Deadspin.com. We definitely check it out. I think the listeners should give it a shot.
Excellent.
Yes, for all of your weird sports stories and dick pictures.
That should be the new tagline. And
Yes.
Dude, I have some fucking good shots in my dick. I really wish somebody was interested in putting them up. I would love that.
Send them on. We'll put them up.
Dude,
today.
nobody wants them.
He'll put them up.
That's it.
Nobody would be interested in seeing them.
For $142,
if we announce that your cock picture's up on Deadspin, people will go there, Jimmy.
I mean, I think, yeah.
Would you
I
do
think
it
so.
for real, or are you just fucking around?
I mean, if you...
Of course I would.
All right, I don't...
Then why wouldn't you do it? I will.
Because there's no scandal there. Jim Norton emails us his cock pic.
I mean, we're known for this stuff right now. It's a funny play up there.
Jimmy,
Wow, where'd you
got
get those from? Jim Norton.
Yes, you have to do it.
I would
just
be happy
go. This
to.
is what a cock is supposed to look like when you text it.
Send it along. We'll put it up today, and then that'll be the last dick pic we ever put on the site.
All right, Jimmy's photo might be on Deadspin.com later
wonderful.
today.
I have a couple that are deceptively good.
Dude, I will laugh.
I would be sued for false advertising if a woman fucked me on the basis of the photo, though.
I will laugh my balls off if you actually go through with this.
I would in a second.
All right, AJ, we'll have you back. Deadspin.com. We're going to take a quick break. Thanks. All right, let's do this. Huckleberry Finn. It's a classic. A lot of us have read that book.
Yes.
This is rough, man. Knowing how the world should be, it's just rough.
It's political correctness
That's
has gone crazy at this point.
Yeah, it's rough how far they're taking some of this shit. I don't even think they should be taking it anywhere, but they are, and they're going way too fucking far. The new edition of Huckleberry Finn will remove all instances of the N-word and replace it with slave. Now,
the N-word is getting taken out.
Yes.
And they will replace it with slave.
So he won't be nigger Jim, he's just going to be... Oh, I thought they were adding slave in front to make it a harsher name. Slave nigger Jim, they're updating it. They're like, we really want to drive the point home.
That would be harsh.
Imagine if they came out and said they were doing that. And we're putting LOL after it. We've decided to do that.
LOL. To update it a little
just to
more.
make it hip.
Make the
for the
kids understand.
Yes, we're going to write nigger Jim, but then put a winky face. Like a friendly text message.
Why don't they just change it to the NIGGA version? That's acceptable, right?
That too. You could update it like that.
That's acceptable, though. Put that in Twitter. You'll have a ball reading the tweets.
Well, they've changed it. They've updated. His name is now going to be Talks Loud in Movie Theaters, Jim.
This is ridiculous.
Is this a Mark Twain story, right?
Yeah.
So Mark Twain was able to say, okay, this is fine. You could do this to my fucking masterpiece?
I don't think so.
Exactly. So who gave the okay?
The book company who's probably not selling books because nobody is buying textbooks with nigger Jim in them. It's probably a financial decision.
I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that no one's buying it with for language purposes.
You can't change.
I just don't think anybody's reading that book anymore.
Oh, okay, maybe.
But you can't change people's shit.
No.
When Mark Twain wrote it and stuff, it was completely fine, and it was what it was, and that's it. If you want to write a new book where you don't have that word in it, then go ahead, do it. But don't fucking change someone's masterpiece.
There's no reason to take language out of a book. I mean, it's
That's
the
horrible.
guy's words. It's what he wrote.
What, are they going to change it to N-word?
N-word. Oh.
As in N-word, right?
No, they're just changing him to Slave Jim.
Slave Jim.
He's Slave Jim now.
What do you
think Mark Twain would have thought?
Oh, boy.
I don't know, because...
He'd be like, why am I still alive?
Yeah, I'm old.
So old. Wow.
Could God take me before Zsa Zsa, please? Right.
A what president?
Right.
It's hard to say have most words gone through the nigger's a weird word, like in that it's unique. Like that, like he didn't write any profanity in the book. Like he didn't write anything in that book like cunt or fuck or I stuck my dick in her. He didn't write anything that would have been deemed offensive at that time.
Yes.
Oh, really?
And it's rare that a word, like, very few words have the implication that nigger does. Like, so like here, what is it, 100 and something years later?
Right.
That's a really, when you, like, think of it common sense wise. You sell books and a classroom reads that. And it is 2011 and a teacher is sitting there going, okay, and then nigger Jim. It's not going to happen in a classroom now.
But I think it should, because it just shows what a certain time was. It's put it in the context of when the book was written, not in the context of now. If you're reading the book, you're probably studying literary history, things like that. And to change that changes the whole idea of educating yourself on what things were and history and how words were used back then as opposed to how they are now.
Yeah, then you could have an open discussion how times have changed.
It was in context then.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just won't use it in classrooms. Like that. I mean, I could care less what they do.
There's a
with it.
million fucking books they could read in class.
Anyway, I just go to a certain website. It's all over it. I don't need that goddamn book.
Slave Mania?
Yes. I go to
Slavemania.com.
Slavemania.com. Oh, Jesus.
Fucking asshole.
That's perfect, though.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I
don't
go.
think I don't think it helps anyone to change history like that. I think
I
think you
agree.
got to get better teachers that are able to discuss. Well, this was very acceptable when this book was written, and obviously it's not so acceptable today. Let's discuss this, children.
Yes. Let's have an open discussion.
Why do that? Why discuss
you know what,
shit?
though? No, let's have an open discussion so I could be suspended and or fired.
True.
And parents can complain, and the news will come here and blow it out of proportion. So even that, not even to make it an open discussion, but how about just for honesty's sake, this is what the book was, this is how it was written, let's look when it was written, take it in context, and leave it. Just leave it the fuck alone. If you want to read it, you read it. If you don't, you don't.
Or just make it available. I don't see any value to reading this for students, either they change or not. You know, I really...
Yeah, but leave the fucking book alone and then get another book.
And it's a classic book. It's nothing that they can't get 8 billion times worse just downloading something off the fucking iTunes.
I really do think, though, by the way, that it's a financial decision. Sure, because it's being removed by New South Books. They're the ones that make the book. They have an interest in selling them. So it's like they're not going to... No classroom...
New South?
That's what they're called, yeah.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an agenda in the name.
Oh, yeah.
No one is going to buy them with Nigger Jim in them. The classrooms just won't, even though it is kind of repulsive, they won't buy them. So they're like, all right, do we want to just eat it and not make any money? Or if we take this out, maybe we'll be able to sell them and make money.
And it goes back to a point Ant made years ago. You know, now they're going to have to change it in every fucking book.
All right.
And it doesn't stop at the one word. It's going to be all the other words that were
sanitized,
horribly offensive, or words that are horribly offensive to some people now. We got to get rid of all those words in all the books ever fucking written.
Yep.
It doesn't ever end with just this one fucking book. And that's why you got to fight this shit.
That's why it will never be taken out of the Anthony Cumia driving home book. Because that is very important.
Which is about to happen.
That is a very important
oh,
word.
Boy. Dog shit sniffer. They're changing Moby Dick. It's now going to be called Moby Junk.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the classics.
Yes.
Sarah from Buffalo, she's a regular. She writes, there's a Twain expert who said the language has to be updated. That's why it's being changed.
Why does the language have... No, it doesn't. You don't update... It's a book.
And then,
a fucking book.
And then Take the Wig. He goes, Mark Twain would have hated it. He was a career writer dedicated to the power of language. Mark Twain would have despised this. He hated the compulsions of the Western world. Just read The Innocents Abroad.
If they want to update a book, how about the Bible? How about they go in and fucking make a few changes in that?
Wow. Imagine the fucking uproar.
Yeah, but I mean, why not?
There's some pretty nasty stuff in there.
Sure, there's violence in there. There's things that have been proven historically inaccurate.
There's some smiting going on. Smiting. People are being smited.
Why not go in there and change that?
And why are they going with slave, Jim? Wouldn't that be pretty damn offensive to a lot of people, too?
Offensive,
well, slave is not a racially based word.
I understand.
That's what
I understand what they're... Yeah. Hey, of course Family Guy did a little something on this a few years back. Oh, yeah. You've never heard this? I don't want to give it away. I was about to say it. Yeah.
What did you just call me? I thought that was your name. That is our word. You've got no right using it. Hey, I'm cool.
It needs a setup, I think.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. They're
obviously doing
obviously
one of the
Huck Finn.
famous. They're doing the famous rap scene from Huckleberry Finn. Okay.
And Peter is
obviously did. He said it, and Jim had a problem with it.
What did you just call me? I thought that was your name. That is our word. You've got no right using it. Hey, I'm cool. No problem. Could you pass me the N-word, Jim? Thank you.
N-word.
Does he say nigger in the show?
I don't recall.
I don't think so. I don't think he has to at that point.
Yeah, N-word.
N-word.
Wasn't there Squirrel Nuts was involved in that episode too?
They all mesh together. I fall asleep watching these half the time at night.
They're on all the
It's
fucking
one big
time.
Family Guy episode in my head. I just don't know what's what up anymore.
They are playing it on. It seems like every other channel. Family Guy. Love the show though. So there you go, Huckleberry Finn getting that word out of the fucking book. Jesus,
that's a disgrace.
It's just a waste of time.
I could care less about that dumb book anyway. Some faggot and some fucking giant monster on a raft. Who cares? Some fucking 6'5" guy with a huge cock and fucking Huck Finn in his blonde hair. They can both go fuck themselves. And Injun Joe can fucking be killed in a drunk driving accident too. He's in a Twain book too. Sick of all these classics. Fuck Hester Prynne and the Scarlet Letter. That book was terrible.
Well, I didn't see that one.
Oh, the classics are overrated. They're over fucking rated.
I've read a few classics.
Me.
I don't like the classics.
Now, how can you?
I don't like anything, to tell you the truth. I don't read. I read magazines. I like my American Rifleman and my Popular Mechanics.
Read It by Stephen King. Much more enjoyable than Huck Finn.
I'll watch the movie.
Oh, yeah.
There's movies now. Who cares?
Pepper913 on Twitter. Snow White and the Seven Little People.
Ah.
You certainly are not going to be able to say dwarves in another year or two.
Seven Little People.
The Seven Little People that we have to coddle.
Beauty and the Man Who Wasn't as physically appealing.
You know what? We joke, and this is a great bit, but this shit has to now happen because they never, I said it already, but they don't stop with the one fucking book.
No, every group will
want their word out of books.
Yep.
All right, man.
Yeah.
I think we did it for today, man.
I certainly do, too.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Ignition sequence.
2, 1. Obligation completed.
The Opie and Anthony Institute of Art and Literature is proud to present a collection of books on tape soulfully voiced by the homeless Tippy Tom.
I can't do as good as that guy to do it, but,
Masterpieces like Herman Melville's Moby Dick.
Call me Ismail. Some years ago. Never mind how long precisely.
And Dickens' historically themed A Tale of Two Cities.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. I'm doing a good job. Okay.
You won't believe your ears as Tom mutters and fumbles his way through Mark Twain's classic, Huck Finn.
Huck Finn's wealth and the fact that he was under the window Douglas's protection. Okay, I guess I'm getting it right.
And then be prepared to have your breath taken away, literally, with his read of Great Expectations.
Heaven knows we'd never be ashamed of our tears, okay? Of course not. Anyway, I think I got sort of it right.
And finally, you'll enjoy the classic for all ages, Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham.
Great eggs and ham. No, green eggs and ham. See, I can't see with my glasses. I am Sam. I am Sam. Sam, I am. Come on, man, I got my damn glasses on.
Who even knew Tippy Tom had glasses?
No.
It's a collection of some of the finest literature ever written, and then read by a homeless drunk. Order Tippy Tom books on tape today.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show. The virus. Sirius XM. Ron and Fez.
The Ron and Fez Show. No one is safe.
Coming up on the next Ron and Fez Show. How brittle are old people's bones? We'll find out.
And Serial Killer Week continues. So be ready to call in and tell us why you love Dahmer.
The Ron and Fez Show. The reign of terror continues.
The Ron and Fez Show. The Ron and Fez Show. Weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Immediately following Opie and Anthony on the virus. Sirius 197 XM.